Yeah, let's go. Punk rock and Cobain is how we grew up. K-Rock was insane, I was such a screw up.
Hey, what's up?
I was like, yo, what's happening?
You need to update that image. Fuck the deal and everything else. Shit. I got to do a new one. But anyway, hey, what's up? I'm Jason Lowery on the Nerds Have Spoken. Here with my partners in crime for the week. I got some Substance. He's a victim of circumstance. I have Should I Have Listened? I don't even want to know. Not Wearing Pants? I should know. I got Commander H and Moon Knight. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Yo.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
You're about to see the real Moon Knight.
Whoa!
Oh.
We about to get a Rikishi.
Nah, I was gonna move nobody. Man.
For our listeners, I should have listened almost pulled down his pants.
Yeah. Jesus.
I don't have
Oh
to.
my God.
That
So
was
let's
it.
go around.
Thank you for your attention. We're out.
Thank you for not doing that.
So let's start off with some substance. How
Life's
was your
already
week,
hard
dude?
enough after today. After watching that hidden thing, I'm done.
Lord.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
but now your heart is working again, right? You.
Yes.
So yeah, getting into the program, reset that brain, man. Reset that brain.
Reset.
My week was pretty good. I'm getting in on preparations for the move to another town. This Wednesday so if you guys are actually watching or hearing it yesterday, I'll be staying for the night with my buddy Dennis, because I will be looking at the first 3 apartments in the other town. Also packed up some stuff from our shop I'm gonna take with me tomorrow or that Wednesday, like I said. And pack up the car, 3.5 hours down, watch a few apartments, checking those out. Then spending the night doing some stuff from our shop. And Thursday, I then will actually drive back up and also packed up some first boxes here, which certainly feels weird. And otherwise, got my contract for the new job. So I had a phone call on Friday, but I wasn't able to get anyone on there. So I don't know. I will try to get back with them tomorrow. I believe that's just the last decision that it's all okay. It's all in the dry, so to speak, all black on white, all dried up. So that's pretty much it for me. Nothing big, pretty much currently. Just preparations, trying to get shit done. Oh, I got some fun shit. That shit is ridiculous. Like I'm living here for 7 years, right? I'm living here for 7 fucking years, and we don't have a safety switch on our electrical components here. So when we first moved in, I got actually shocked, like actually shocked. I got an electric shock. So 7 years, and now
Did your heart about jump out of your chest, or like what the hell happened?
about to. But now they are really exchanging all the electrical equipment in the house. So about a month ago, we were hit with a sheet that was just hanging down at our mailboxes, and this Wednesday it rings at around 8:30. I open up the door, and this dude like, "Yeah, so your power is out now." I'm like, "Sorry, what?" "Yeah, your power is out now. You had an appointment." I'm like, "We didn't have shit. Like we had for a month ago, we were hit with it, and it was said we would get an appointment in the next 6 weeks, but we never got those." "Yeah, that's not my problem. We have to turn the power off now." And that was a day without power.
There you go.
Damn, that's
That's
up.
always good.
Yeah, and that was not the last. You know, it went the whole day, and the next 2 also still were those dudes working in the stairwell and drilling and cutting and whatnot. You heard all kinds of noises, and it's not even done yet. This guy will probably ring here at again 8:30 Monday, so in a few hours for me, and they will exchange the actual electrical locket in my place here. So such bullshit a few weeks ahead of me.
For real.
Somewhere, yeah. So fucked up, but that was the fun part. Let's get to the real fun part. So who's
Ralph
next up?
P. What's up?
Yeah. What's up, peoples?
Yeah.
I am not wearing pants. And on top of that, this
Too much
week
information.
this week was good. This week was good. It was I got some stuff done at work, which is always good. You know, I have just one lingering problem that I'm hoping soon the fire department is fully up to snuff, and then I don't got to worry about that again. Um, but I had a fun week with the kids, man. My son has fully moved in to I am the destroyer of worlds. He has fully
Wow.
removed himself from normal people existence, and he has gone into that realm where he has his function in the family, and it is the destroyer of everything
Chaos.
that he
Wow.
sees. So my daughter, she likes doll houses. And he saw the movie Encanto. Now I don't know if any of you have seen that movie.
Hey, it's my shit.
The part where the house kind of like implodes.
Cracking, yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to do that. So now he has
Oh shit!
yes, he destroyed a house a few weeks back, one of her doll houses that took me about 3.5 hours to put together. He destroyed that, saying casita, casita, casita. He has now
Oh,
destroyed
Jesus.
her Pepper Pig house, and now he has moved on to her little people house. And now that
Next
is
week
rubble.
it's going to be Transformers.
Next week is going to be this actual house.
I wanted to say, Ralphie, I got a question for you. Do you have a countdown set up for your Titans in the back?
No, he has not figured out how to unlock the door yet.
Oh.
So yeah, once
Yeah.
he gets, that one requires a key, and it requires
Daddy,
some
do you have a
Mm,
paper
He'll
clip?
figure it out.
it
They'll
requires
figure it
some
out.
thought, which he's not capable of yet. But when he does,
Yeah, you think so?
yeah, he will destroy everything in this room without.
Ralphie's
without
going to go
revenge.
change the diaper.
You
and
get
he's gonna
revenge on
find,
them.
like,
Are you prepared? Like, have you physically prepared yourself for when this happens? Because it will happen.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have
You
a
get
few-
revenge. It's too
Yeah.
easy. Just go, hey son,
Just have
have you seen The Hidden?
Oh,
child
I have a
protective
prayer.
services
I have
on speed dial, man. That's all. Just
Right.
call them right away.
Speed
Come
dial.
get this child. You got 45 minutes to get this child from my house.
That
Before
long
it becomes
shit.
before the purge starts.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
or
siren's going off
you
in the
can,
background now.
you can always do the John Kimball. You know, you can always do the John Kimball and say, "Yo, you see this arm? You won't stop doing this shit. Neck." Maybe that helps.
I like the other part where he goes, "Shut up."
That doesn't work. I don't think that will work.
But yeah, I have this prayer written down where if he does get in here and destroy all of this, he will send down fire and brimstone and handle that situation for me, because there's no way that I am going to, because the world has not seen that level of destruction and fury.
I believe
From-
I believe Pompeii has.
Well, that's the level I'm talking about. Pompeii, kind of Atlantis,
I can see it right now.
that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But anyway, moving forward.
You ready to
um,
blow? Yeah, I'm ready to blow.
So
I'm a
your
mushroom
son-
cloud laying motherfucker.
Boom. That's it right there.
What you're saying is your son is a mage, and he just summons shit, and it just rains on hellfire, brimstone.
He's going to summons a file out of his diaper so he can open up his bed.
Yeah.
I'm glad that medical research hasn't started identifying people as mutants, because I believe I have one. I believe he mutates from a person into the Tasmanian devil, and then just turns into that little tornado and just starts like flying through this house and just devours everything in his path, furniture, walls.
Unicron.
He don't care. He's just going right through it. And I'm Bugs Bunny. But anyway,
So he's kind of this mutated mess out of Revenge of the Fallen, the Devastator, Unicron, and Taz, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But when he's not mutated, he's adorable. I mean, you guys have seen him on Instagram and whatnot. He's
That's
adorable.
how I get you, bro. That's how I
Yeah,
get you.
but that is 1% of the time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The side effect of things that, most of the time he's the Hulk, and a little bit of the time he's Dr. Banner. But yeah, moving on. The best part of the week. I hooked up with some of my ROC brethren, and we went to the to ToyCon New Jersey. It was pretty dope. For those that couldn't make it, you were missed. Jason, you were missed.
Did Gort have a booth too?
Huh?
I mean, you don't have to lie, but thanks for making me feel better.
Let me shut your ass up before I go through this phone cable and mess you up.
Was Gort? Did Gort open a booth that day?
Listen, Gort was supposed to come. Gort was supposed to come, but Gort calls Eddie at about 1:00. He had just woken up.
Yeah.
Oh no!
They apparently Friday night
1
went
o'clock.
real long on that hangout.
And that's where I was gonna go. Apparently, he hung out till the twilights of the morning with certain derelict people that we know, Jason Lowery, and he went to bed late. And of course, he woke up late. And by the time he woke up, we were ready to go home. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, we missed Gort. We missed Ian. We missed we missed Dave. We missed Jose, who couldn't make it. EE, the usual suspects. But next time we'll make up for that. But it was dope. It was very calm this year. Because
hang on. Breaking news. Look at that. 26-51.
Holy smoke!
Holy hell! Tar Heels putting in that work.
Go Tar Heels.
It was dope. There was a lot of cool stuff there. I didn't get to upload any pictures to Jay so that he could share, and I don't have any on my computer.
I could pull them up on the Roma Collectors page.
That's not all of it. That's not
that's
even.
not? Oh, okay.
No, that's not the surface.
He's got hidden photos.
Wow,
Yeah, it was this dude. Let me tell you something. I ran to this
Dude,
dude.
the name of the episode should be The Hidden now.
That is right.
The Hidden, really, while I'm not wearing pants.
Makes sense.
That makes sense to me. Write it down.
Or we could do that, or the short cock in it, like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, we're gonna bring that back.
Hard three.
There was this guy who was making Godzilla kaijus out of resin.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool.
And not just like resin statues, they were posable.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And you didn't. Oh, dude.
They were articulate. And the one that caught my eye the most, hold up, maybe I could pull it up on my phone here and just, this is kind of ghetto, but
I've never seen a kaiju shaped like a dildo.
Jesus.
I think Chuck has a couple of those.
Or a dildo shaped like a kaiju?
Oh yeah, that too.
These are the ones that
Did you
stuck
see
out to me
Jackass
the
the
most.
opening?
No.
Yeah.
This is the one that stuck out to me the most. I don't know if you guys can see it well.
Oh my god!
Oh, nice.
Geigen,
Geigen.
dude.
That was like.
Did you guys did you get his contact info?
I did not.
Ah, damn.
But
Next time.
Check this smog monster out, dude.
Oh my god!
Nice.
And
That's
that's
really
resin.
sick, yeah.
How tall were they?
That's resin. This one was, I believe, somewhere around 24, maybe 25 inches tall.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't let that be in a picture.
Twice as long as a man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had some really, really cool shit. He had a what was the name of the animated Japanese Godzilla that came out in that 3-part
I know what you're talking about.
Singular Point, you mean?
What is his name?
Singular Point.
The one from Netflix, the Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix one.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Singular point.
Yeah.
He had that. It was unfinished because it wasn't fully painted. So all the little fins on the back, his what do they call that? The spinal, whatever they call those. They weren't
Yeah,
painted yet.
the dorsal fins or
Yeah,
whatever.
they weren't painted yet. But dude, this thing was massive. It had to have been at least almost 40 inches tall.
What? Wow.
This thing was massive. But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff. There was a lot of cool stuff.
Nice.
And speaking of Godzilla, Dom's buddy brought a really like a cool bunch of pieces. He brought the Bandai SDCC Pacific Rim 3-pack where they're all black. Man, those things look cool. And just right next to it was the also the SOC Godzilla. This box was very, very big. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to leave that area quickly because I would have had to explain that to my wife. Because that was about this close to getting bought.
I had to explain twice to Bethany this week because I got hit with two Monster Arts figures. So
yeah, so there was a lot of cool stuff there. There were, of course, you get your there was this guy showing off, he had the Perceptors, the Hasbro Perceptors. He had about 6 of them and he's trying to get $50 each.
What?
Yeah.
$50 each. Wow.
$50 each. And I'm like, dude, whoever your connect was, if you bought them through Pulse or whatever, you didn't pay shipping. Like I could see 30, for your troubles and get
crazy.
Come on now.
It was what, 25 brand new.
It was $21.99, and I think Amazon may have had them for $24.99, and I think that's the most expensive I've seen him. And this dude was asking like $40-$50, and I was just like, nah,
no way. Nice to meet you. Bye.
Yeah, I kept.
I wasn't nice about it.
Yeah, true.
I would have been like this, like fucking
But there was also this guy there who was very interesting. We were talking for a while. He had a very awesome horror collection. He had an autographed Hellraiser set.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and each one was autographed by each individual actor.
What?
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
And he said he was telling me the story behind them. To get Pinhead's autograph, he had to fly to San Diego. Because he was at like some comic show and he found out about it and he just went over there and got it autographed.
Wow.
And like he had this Predator, the from the original movie. It was, I don't know, like I'm gonna say somewhere around 12 or 13 inches tall, and it was still boxed, it was still mint. And then I'm noticing there's like a Sharpie, and I'm like, who is that? He goes, that's the actor that played the Predator. And I said, so this has been your thing? Like you just go around and you find these people? He goes, bro, I will go to their house. I will pop out a garbage can to get somebody's autograph.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's just his thing. Like he doesn't do it to try to raise the value of what he collects. It's just his thing. He's just into it.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I got the autograph, but I went to jail.
He goes, I'll sell this stuff if somebody. He goes, but usually I come to these shows and I like to spark the conversations.
Yeah, that's what you're there for. Yeah.
So that's what his thing is. He goes to ToyCon, he goes to all kinds of toy conventions, and that's his thing. He just wants the conversations. He's
I
like,
think I'd be
pretty cool.
He's like,
I think I'd be a convention troll, bro. And let me explain. Like, I'd be the guy who brought a Predator head mask to get signed, right? But I'd ask JCVD to sign it.
Oh, geez.
He goes, I wasn't in that movie
Seriously?
though, but you would have been. You were
I cannot.
I mean, not even would have been. He was the original.
Yes, he was. But he'd be like, no, I'm not saying it. Signing that. I wasn't in the movie. You were in my heart, sir. Please.
he had an
Sign my
autograph Jason. He had an autograph Jason Voorhees. He had an autograph Freddy Krueger. He had like a whole bunch of like really cool cool stuff. And we were there for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Just, it was such an interesting time. Um, there was a lot of cool shit there. There was this dude who restored Star Wars stuff from the 70s.
Mm.
He had this mint restored Millennium Falcon stickers and everything, dude. Like
Yeah.
like it was pretty damned awesome. It was a good day. Then of course, you hang out with the fellas.
Yeah.
We head over.
That's the thing I miss the most, man. Like just being on a convention and hanging out with people. I hope our convention over here is actually going to happen this year.
The bonding, I got to chat with Brandon and Chris and all these cool people, and that's the stuff that's priceless. That's the stuff that's priceless. We went out for lunch together. I had this pretzel that was the size of my chest. Yeah. They said warm pretzel, but I had no idea that it was a steering wheel from a 1976 Cadillac. I mean, this thing was just like they bring it out on a hook.
That's how you do. That's how you do fucking pretzels. There are no other pretzels in existence.
Sad when a pretzel is bigger than me.
Oh, you would have been in your glory, dude. Every table had pops on it.
Oh,
I didn't realize pops were that big, man.
He probably got all of them though.
Every table had pops, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, look at this guy. I bet you has that.
I don't have everything, but I can't wait to show off my stuff to see if you have something. We'll see.
So I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, that was my week. It ended up with a really, really good time at ToyCon. Shout out to the brothers, Eddie Massey, Dom Grasso, Vinny, Brian Brink.
We had Sopranos.
We had the Sopranos. We had a really good time.
Eddie.
It was real good. Ace Milo was
Italian
there.
name.
It was good to spend time together and chat it up and drink some beers and yeah, it was dope. It was dope. But that was my week. How about you, Yule?
Well,
you speak from your heart.
Interesting week. I did the 23. What is it called? 23 and me.
23 and me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have to know that if I needed to know if I had any sub-Saharan. I just needed to know. So I submitted it to check to see for ancestry. From my sister did it first, and
Mom got me
next, and I'm about to find out whether or not. Nice. And I'm about to find out whether or not my dad, if somebody else,
You're like, you're not my dad.
It has the same, DNA.
That's why that just scares me, yo.
Wait, you have brothers and sisters somewhere else in this world? Dad, what did you do?
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
You know what I did, son.
He's got a bigger pop collection than me, Dad. He's got a bigger.
Papa was a Rolling Stone. I don't know to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing. But the rest of it really was me after work. Pretty much going to my mom's Zoom prayer thing that they have going on for, as you guys heard last week, my aunt, passed away on last Saturday night. So I believe she'll be flying out next week to attend the thing, the funeral and / I'm not even sure what, whatever they call it, in that situation out there. It sucks because, as much as I would love to, attend, going to Hawaii is not exactly a cheap thing, right? Maybe the flights are cheap, but man, the Uber ride going to to the where I have to go is, according to a lot of people, they're saying it's just as much as a gosh damn trip to Hawaii these days
What?
itself.
An Uber
Because
ride?
of the bad traffic. Yeah, the
crazy.
Uber ride's very expensive. Well, because they said that the traffic in that area is just so bad. Plus the rising gas prices and
Gas
stuff. And you
prices,
have to understand, Hawaii is a very small place. So,
Yeah.
you know, I imagine logistically speaking, it's just real challenging to be able to just get fuel like the way everybody else in America, mainland America can. So,
Yeah.
and let's see. And I'm gonna have to call immediately after this episode to check whether or not I'm going to have to attend federal jury duty, which I really don't want to. I got a lot of work that needs to get done, but we'll see what happens.
Oh damn! I hope you don't get that,
So,
man. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. That's a lot of weight in my shoulders trying to figure out, to determine, the life of somebody, somebody, sentencing somebody and shit,
Mm.
For some reason, I'm picturing like Yule and like what is it? Inside the courtroom, kind of like Pauly Shore and Jury Duty. Like I'm like picturing that in my head right now.
Right. Oh, and yeah, there was one last thing too. I've been watching. I keep telling you guys how I've been watching like story recap on YouTube. Man, I have not. The addiction has not stopped. I just love watching Cliff Note versions of movies that I never thought, I'd watch, and it's kind of had a reverse effect because now after I've seen it explained to me, I'm kind of curious to actually watch, the film itself because it looked so good the way it was explained in the Cliff Notes. But I imagine that in real life, you're like, shit, some of this drags.
Yeah.
But the shortened versions of some of these movies are like really, really good. One in particular that I saw that they did a recap on was called The Tortured. I don't know if anybody of you guys watched that movie yet, or even planned.
Familiar, but,
Okay,
I
so
didn't hear about it.
anyway, let me describe, since it's story recap, a real quick recap.
Is it about
it's-
married men?
Yeah. Ironically enough, the dude is married, right? So what happens is, it's about this couple. They have they regular living their lives regularly, and they take turns watching their kid. One stays home to watch the kid, the other goes out to do their job. The job, and that's the ebb and flow, right? The one kid, but it was the dad's turn, and what happened was he noticed that there was no, it was getting hotter, and he wanted to make sure that his kid got sunblock, right? Because of the heat. So he's trying to dig in the house looking for sunblock, but it's while his kid's playing outside, and some dude kidnaps, the kid, and he sees this happening. He's like, fuck. And, he tries to chase the guy down, and he fails miserably. And long story short, it doesn't end well for the kid. He gets murdered by this dude, but the cops did capture the murderer, right?
Okay.
And the guy was only sentenced to 25 years in jail after, and the guy's family is torn apart because they're blaming each other for, the situation, the entire situation, and one day he's the dad is about to off himself, and then he sees a picture of his son, and he gets this grand idea. You know what? We got to get this motherfucker. It's not enough that this guy's gonna just get away with 25 years. So they learned that he was gonna get transported from one place to another, and so they somehow, some way, they found a way to attack the transport or something, and they were able to capture the dude, and they brought him into a house, and they just tortured the shit out of this this dude. The whole yeah, right. It's like a revenge flick, right? They tortured this guy, and of course, there's all kinds of complications, as they're tortured because people are out there.
Yo, who's doing Morse code right now?
I'm not.
Is somebody's phone close to their tablet or something?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, they're torturing the shit out of this dude, right? And what happens is the cops are now obviously looking for them because, yeah, you guys can't be doing that. That's some whoever they're looking for the escape, the escape prisoner. And here's the sucky part, right? The twist. Turns out there were 2 prisoners in that transport, and they captured and tortured the wrong one.
Oh God!
I was like,
Oh
Sounds
God!
like some shit that happened to me when I was a kid.
Oh gosh!
That's crazy.
I gotta look that movie up.
Yeah. So I was
Was
like,
it a comedy or was it an actual drama?
No, it's a drama. But I thought it was funny because I'm jaded.
They
like
caught the wrong dude.
Yeah, they can, because when the car flipped over, it turns out the other dude, the guy who they're supposed to capture, was still inside the truck or the transport, and the other dude, since they look similar, yeah,
That is rough.
they captured and tortured his ass. I just said, yeah, that was a twist basically, and I was like, wow. All that trouble, and it turns out you guys got the wrong dude.
You missed the damn boat.
Jesus, that sounds like a fucked up week.
Right.
Yeah.
So was that the
There's
rest
only
of your
one other
week,
movie
or?
that was pretty
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah. If you guys ever
Sorry, I
have a
didn't mean to
chance,
cut
there's a
you off.
movie
I
that's
was
close
like,
to that.
shit,
Oh, no,
we're
no.
at like 32 minutes already.
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the movie, oh my gosh, Irreversible, that it's a similar kind of situation. And yeah,
Dude, post it in
all I
that
got.
chat. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do.
Indeed.
Right, young Tim. I don't know if you shared already.
Yeah, he did.
I was.
It's
But-
Darius, myself, and Ian. So let's go, Ian. How was your week?
Yeah, I'll keep it short, man. All week, I'm pretty boring, guys. You guys know. I don't really do much. Yeah, it was a pretty boring week, man. Just pretty much working and just trying to catch up on my my shows that I'm binge watching right now. I'm watching Euphoria right now on Netflix. Not Netflix, HBO. Is that? Yeah, HBO Max.
Yeah.
So I've been watching that all week and just kind of catching up with family and working. Same shit. Nothing crazy's happened over here. So yeah, I'm alive and breathing.
That sounds good.
Amen, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. H, what's going on with you, man? How was your week?
Dude, I'm going with the same thing with you, bro. Short and sweet.
Word.
I didn't do much this week. Just drafting and getting stuff out ready for the next second and third quarter stuff and that's about it. Only like the highlight was hanging out with Jada yesterday. So we had a good time, and with Bethany too, and we had lunch, and
nice.
That's it. And here we are doing this lovely, beautiful podcast with these beautiful gentlemen.
These handsome fellas.
So I got a quick question. I'm kind of curious about this.
Okay.
Is there a powered sex swing in your ceiling? Because I see a outlet up there in your ceiling behind you.
This is how it's set up. I figured it was set up as something else before, and that's why they got the power
sex
outlet.
dungeon. It sounds like.
Pleasure room.
Very interesting.
So I think it was a server room or something like that. But anyway,
Jesus.
That makes sense.
That used to be a digitally enhanced ceiling with cameras in it.
Yeah. Before that, it had mirrors so it can record.
No
The
questions
last president
asked.
got chocolate on the screen, so they had to get it out.
Remember, if you got a mirror down in your basement, put your finger on it just to verify if it gets a reflection or not. You know that shit? The two-way shit.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
Indeed.
Was that it for your week?
That's it. That's it for my week.
All right. I guess I'm left. Mine was good. All right, next.
What's the score?
All right, hang on. 50. Let me look it up. Hang on. They just went to a fucking commercial.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had
How badly did Kansas smoke the Canes?
It's 55-33 right now.
All right, so 22 points is
And
still,
Kansas.
still comebackable.
not great, but it's not. Yeah, it's comebackable.
Oh yeah.
Basketball.
Well, there's 7 minutes left in the game, so yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Let's see here, March Madness bracket. Let's see what it Kansas was crazy today. Where the fuck is the game at? Anyways, it was like 76 something. They fucking straight up beat them. I think it was by like at least 20 points or something. It was crazy.
Damn.
All right, here we go. Where is that shit at? Oh, the fucking bracket's all screwed up. Their website's all acting wonky right now when I tried looking at it. Everybody's freaking out because the brackets are all fucked up. So
Brackets are done, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so my week wasn't too bad. It was fairly quiet for the most part. Kind of hung out this week, worked, and we went saw D on Saturday. Did some grocery shopping for him. And I had to give him some herbal tea.
Nice herbal tea.
And yeah.
It's good for the
And
soul.
so it was pretty good. But yeah, so we went. It was funny. We were sitting down. And we went to this like small pizza joint out that way, and it's called Lito's Pizza. It's just something local around here, or something like that. And they're nothing too crazy. They're all right.
Local is mostly the best, though. Local is mostly.
But they're like a franchise, but they're kind of local to this area or something.
Yeah.
But so we went to eat there, and this is that Saturday was the first time they've been open since the pandemic started.
Oh, cool.
And it was pretty interesting because we were sitting down there, and Darius is like, I want some pasta. And she's like, we have none. And he's like, what? And so he got like what'd you get, like a Parmesan sandwich or something?
Yeah, chicken parm sandwich.
They had no pasta?
Yeah, they literally they didn't have a lot of food in there.
Oh.
So we get there and we order our drinks. What'd you say?
Inflation.
Yeah, something like that. So we were sitting in there, and the girl was kind of our waitress. She was kind of funny, but she was sitting there talking, and she said something about she brings our drinks out, and the look on mine and Bethany and Darius's faces when we take a sip of our drinks, because I got a Dr. Pepper, he got root beer. All of it was flat.
Yeah.
So it was like taking a mouth. It sounds bad, but taking like a mouthful of syrup. And we were like, what the fuck? And so she came back, she switched them out. And then we're kind of hanging out. And then I got the pizza and everything. She's like, well, would you like, there was this thing called Mike's Hot Honey. And I looked at Beth and I started laughing. I was like, oh, two of my favorite things, hot and honey. And then the waitress looked at me. She thought I was talking about her.
Nice.
And she's like, you remind me of my brother or some shit. I think that's what she said.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that was pretty cool. And then on our way back, we were fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to listen to Tim on Saturday when him and his buddies were on wrestling. And it was funny because Bethany's in the car and she's like, we're on the way back, listening all the way, because it's like 45 minutes, about an hour to Darius's place. And we're listening to it, and she's like, I've never really paid attention about how angry like the German language sounds sometimes. Just with little stuff. And so she's sitting there talking, and I slipped and I said one of my fucked up things. And I was like, I wonder what else like is angry. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, if some of the language sounds angry, I wonder if they eat pussy angry too. And Bethany's like, what the fuck?
What?
Were you sipping on the herbal tea before you like what
dude, like
What you put
I was just like, and I was like, and then I started laughing because I was like, dude, I wonder if that shit's like Tasmanian devil style. Like we just started making like all this crazy shit. We're just making fun of shit all the way home. So
okay,
but
we're gonna do
Dying.
we're gonna do the little thing like this. Wait up, you listen. We're gonna do it a little something like this. Nein, wir hören uns nicht so wütend an, wenn wir das Ganze lecken. Das ist eine ganz, ganz liebevolle Nummer. Wie ganz normal. So, was habe ich jetzt gesagt?
Okay.
He probably cussed us the hell
He's
out.
like, fuck every single one. No.
I second that. I second
No,
that.
what I actually just said was, no, we do not do anything of the sort like eating paid pussy ragingly. It's a real casual thing. Same with you guys.
Rage Against the Pussy. That's the name of a band he could play.
What's the name of
Jesus,
the next one, though?
anyway, dude, this really went way off. Like,
Yeah. We're gonna have to
Anyway,
like, do
so-
like a
So I ended
we're
up
gonna have
playing
to pick
Call
some
of
parental
Duty.
discretion or something like that on this one.
Yeah, for
Oh
real.
god.
For
Jesus.
sure.
Oh my God, this turned bad. Anyway, so that was the rest of the week. We kind of hung out, did some Call of Duty, everything else,
Nice.
but that was the rest of the week.
Noise.
No.
Jesus. Oh man, where we want to go to from here?
Where do you
We want to do
wanna
some hauls?
go?
I'm fast. I got nothing this week.
Wait.
Yeah, we're missing something. Ian's
Yeah, there's
I
something.
was fast.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yikes.
knew it.
I hope that's not what she said.
Got him.
Got him.
So I think there's something.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's,
wait.
it's
Going on.
There's a time like
There's a time frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, hold on, son. Hold on. It's time is in the shit. Yo, Tim. What
Yo.
time is it, bro?
Dude, it's time to nerd about shut up, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Ian's German, so it's angry.
No, there wasn't enough German for that episode.
Oh man. So, all right. So Ian, I know you can't be here long because it's already 7. You have to leave
Yeah,
soon.
of
So
course I
do you
got
want to go ahead and start with your haul for the week?
Yeah, it's pretty quick, man. Only got like 2 things that came in this week, so it'll be pretty quick.
Not too hard, bro.
Damn.
Finally got my Baron Zemo from
Alright.
Cool.
just the one I
It
dropped.
looks good.
Yeah, I really was. I'm so glad that they dropped this because I was looking for the one from the first one to drop from Marvel Legends. I think it was for part of the AIM one. I think it was.
Yeah.
Very first one to drop from Marvel Legends. Can't remember that one, but that joint is like going for like 110 or 120, something like that. I was like, I refuse to pay $110 for that Marvel Legends one. So I was
For
so
a-
excited when this dropped. I was like, I gotta cop this because I needed it for the collection. So I was happy I was able to get it.
There was an older one that was worth $100 plus.
Well, the ones that I would check, the one that I wanted, it was selling. Once I could find a picture, bring it up for y'all. But it's selling for one something on eBay.
Yes.
I think on Amazon it's also for like 115, 120, something like that. Is selling on Amazon. So I was like, I refuse to pay that. I'm not going to buy that for the fucking Marvel Legends, man. So I was happy when they dropped this joint. I was like, $24. I will take it. Thank you.
People just don't know that dude's my hero.
Yo,
Well, you
I
know.
had to have him. I wouldn't say he's my hero, but I definitely had to have him.
I remember
I love the Thunderbolts, man, and that dude.
Thunderbolts is a
is
great
my guy, dude.
series.
Yep.
when it
Yeah.
dropped.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. So looking forward to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too, for sure. And then my other pickup was Transformers DVD collection.
Oh, sweet.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so this joint was also selling for crazy on Amazon and eBay. It was like 60 plus. I was seeing it for, so I copped a good deal. Found somebody on eBay was selling the whole thing for like $32 shipped.
All right.
So
That's
I was
a
like, yeah, that's a win for me. So I was like, I'll take that. So I was happy to get that in this week. So I'll be
Two little notes.
That's what we call a stealth buy.
yeah, for real. So 15 DVD set.
Two little notes. Baron Zemo was my first Marvel action figure.
Really?
Oh wow.
Oh, is that
Wow.
the
Secret Wars.
Wow.
yeah, I was gonna say
Baron
that one.
Zemo.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was my very first Marvel action figure.
Wow.
And so yeah, when you showed me that Baron Zemo, that brought me back memories and reasons why I love what I do today. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
also, second thing too, I think the 20th anniversary Transformers, we had a celebration, and I still got the Shout Factory complete collector's case of the Transformers series series, the shape of the Matrix, but you
Nice.
pull it
Oh,
like that. So I still have that one, yeah. And every time I look it up to see how much that one is cost, that's always comes to a pretty penny because it comes with refrigerator magnets, comes with the booklet, it comes with all the complete series, and also it comes with the 4-part Headmaster series, and that was it. But yeah, so yeah, I love we all love Transformers.
Pretty much. I don't think anybody out here hates them, so
Right.
got them all over the place, man. For real, but that's it for me, man. It's got those two this weekend, so that's on my whole.
all right. Tim, what'd you get this week?
Nothing, man.
Nothing.
You got the Shaft.
Oh, wait, real quick. I forgot one thing I got.
I gotta concentrate on other things, but I pre-ordered WWE Ultimate Brock Lesnar. So, but that's not coming in until August, so I gotta check. But at Robo Toy Base also got Robo Toy Base got a sale going on, and I'm finally grabbing Market Toys Despotron because they got that for a sweet deal of $50.
That's a win.
$50.
Nice.
What? Yo, that's great.
What?
Yeah, and they've sold out beforehand, and now it's gotten back because Dennis was organizing a little bit of a group buy today, and I checked that out. I just typed it in. Last time it was sold out. Now it was back in. I jumped right on it.
That's sick, bro.
Nice.
That's great.
It's a cool figure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna put that to my IDW because I feel that's a great evolution thing. You can have the miner with Tyrantron, or also with the Iron Factory. You can have the stealth bomber. The little bit beefed up is the one from Infiltration. So almost all the looks down, which is pretty cool. So
are you gonna leave that in bot mode or in alt mode?
I'm gonna transform it. I want to see the engineering, but I'm gonna leave it in bot mode afterwards. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, it's a pretty hefty figure, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I wanted to check it out for a long time, so yeah, looking forward to that.
Nice.
Let's see about customs, but that's it for me, pretty much. Nothing in hand here, actually.
So to speak.
Nah, I was gonna show off my German beer to Tim real quick.
Ooh, look at that. No, what is that one called?
Yeah. That's
you know this one, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
a standard over here. That's a standard.
Yeah, that's a standard beer in Germany.
How's it taste? What does it taste like? Victory.
Victory.
Wait a minute.
How's it taste, motherfucker?
It kind of tastes like irony, like maybe a little bit
irony.
like it's coming from the heart. You might.
It's
say.
a very.
God.
I don't know. It's a very. I can't explain what it tastes like. It's definitely harsher than a Heineken because people that drink Heineken on a normal basis, this is definitely a lighter beer than that.
Yeah.
I would say this is pretty close to a couple of Belgian beers that I've enjoyed because it's very light, but it has a little slight kick to it.
Yeah.
But,
I'll have a Samuel Jackson.
This is Samuel Jackson.
Brewed painstakingly by me, Samuel L. Jackson.
But it's funny, it's funny. Just this past Monday, I had a course on Voice of Chaos. I never had a course before, so I checked it out.
It's better.
Breaking news.
Holy hell.
Oh, wow.
Is that the end?
65-42. There's 3 minutes left.
Pretty much
so it's still the
is,
same
yeah.
as 23 points. So that's still comebackable.
It is.
In college basketball, that is comebackable. You are still in the game.
That could be the name of the episode too. It's comebackable.
There is this good German beer.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for yours?
Yeah, that's it for me, bro.
All right. Agent H, what'd you get?
Nothing. I was planning to get something, but then my phone broke, so I now had to get a new phone. So that's my haul for this week. So,
I mean, that's also
you got your herbal tea, but I don't think you
my
want to
herbal
that
tea,
on
but that's about it. But
they're not here.
yeah. So, but yeah, I had to get a new phone, so that's my haul. We'll talk about that next week.
All right.
Cool.
So
The Hidden, what'd you get?
The Hidden.
All right.
You're on mute.
I didn't get much, but what I did get.
It's from the heart.
Speaking of Tar Heels, right? I did pick up a black.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Cool.
nice. That's
Nice,
cool. Hey,
Yeah,
is that one that
I
just
got.
released, or is that an older one?
That's a
I
That's
think
black
it was
older.
released.
That's the older away jersey.
Oh, okay. I can see one.
Nice.
It was released in. I believe this one was in 2019. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. It's Jordan in black. I was like, yeah, I got to get this in my
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
collection.
yeah.
Sure.
That's a classic.
I picked up. So here's the deal. I didn't pick up that much, but here's what there was this one situation at a comic book store I saw. It was Bogo.
Oh, Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
This was the buy one, and then here's the get one free.
Gumby.
Gumby.
Merry Christmas,
I
damn
love
it.
that.
Right?
I love that. I love that.
Now
You know, there's
here's
a
the
new
story.
Gumby cartoon coming out pretty soon.
No, is
it?
there?
Yeah, the new
So
Gumby.
here's the story.
That's
coming out
crazy.
pretty soon.
Is it like adult swim type of Gumby? Or?
I don't know. I think it's more for just children, mass audience.
Damn it. I'm waiting for Eddie Murphy's Gumby.
The Gumby, yeah.
What?
Merry Christmas, damn it.
Would you say that you were a Gumby fan though, Rafi?
Who,
I was a
who
Gumby fan.
wasn't, bro?
Everybody
Who
was a
wasn't?
Gumby fan at
Who
some
Right.
wasn't a
point.
Dude,
Gumby
that shit
fan?
was awesome back in the day.
With
The reason
What's
I
the
asked-
horse's name? Can't remember the horse's
He's
name.
got a deuce.
You got.
So this is the story of how I
Yeah.
ended up with two, right?
Lord.
When I bought, what happened was I was like, okay, when I was buying this, I felt bad that I was just buying this by itself, right? And I
Mhm.
found,
Why?
and I found this, and I've been trying to get one for a while, and I ended up picking this one for $20 because it's finally found one that was
Nice.
not wrecked, right?
Mm.
And then when I went to that buy one get one free that same day, and I was like, fuck. Right.
Makes sense.
So I was like, oh Lord. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this as my buy one get one free. And I had a feeling that Rafi was gonna like
Who
this.
does
So I was
not
like,
love Gumby, dude?
so I'm gonna send you.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
I got a
Appreciate
rain
that,
on the
man.
parade though. A, I do not know Gumby. B, not my blood sport if it's not
Final
Chun-Li.
Four, baby.
It's not Bloodsport if it's not if it's not Van
All
Damme.
right.
If it's not
Right?
Van Damme,
Check this out.
when I see Bloodsport, I think of Van Damme automatically.
69 to 49, UNC.
Oh,
Yeah.
69. That's a good score.
And it,
Yeah, it's a good score.
like we didn't see this coming.
But so it was not comebackable. There we are.
Yeah.
But no, they actually came back for a little bit and then we just pulled away.
Could've been.
But
They had a bunch of threes.
We got to play fucking Duke next week in the Final Four.
I'm sorry, bro. That's
That's
gonna be
always a
great
good
game.
matchup,
That's
though.
gonna be
That's
It's going to be
always
a
a good
crazy game.
great.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
watching
always a
that.
good matchup.
That's gonna be
Mhm.
for real. I don't know,
Always a
man.
good
I think
matchup.
with what's his face retiring after this, and Duke is on a mission.
Yeah. All right, so who's next? Oh shit, I guess it's me that's left, right?
Yeah.
Was he done? Was you done, you?
Yeah, it was
That was it. Yeah,
All right.
you're next, bro. That was a wrap.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I
that
got a
is me.
few things this week. Just a couple. Let's see here. You're gonna laugh. So shout out to Vinny and Tim and Darius and all you fuckers getting me
You
back into
assholes
wrestling.
getting me back in.
for getting me back in.
What a good front for us. Sir.
So my haul this week, I got some WWE Ultimates. I got some Stone Cold.
What?
Nice.
Yeah,
What?
baby. That's nice.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Doom, 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 doom.
Followed up with some Ric Flair.
Woo!
Look at that.
With that
But
there.
the question is, did you also go for some thick flair?
What is he doing?
Ooh, some Ric Flair.
I would love to hang out with him one day.
I know you could see this, but typically you can't see him. It's John Cena.
I've seen that.
All I see is Jada holding up his empty hand.
Peacekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, peacekeeper.
All right. Now I got some Kane.
God.
Oh,
Look at that.
the big red
Pretty good.
green.
What a choice on these.
Dude, I mean, they're pretty articulated fucking everything.
Yeah,
Look at
that's-
this.
But is there
yeah.
a joint? Is there a joint on his traps?
So there's a
Yep.
joint here where
Yeah.
Yeah, so say
I'll rotate.
Because
And not only that,
There's
Look
a
at
gap
that.
on his trap.
Oh, nice.
Is
Let
there,
that rotate.
because of the because of the
Yeah.
floating.
Yeah, because of the rotation.
Nice,
So it's got butterflies and everything.
cool.
Next, I got some Undertaker.
Yeah, man.
I wanna have
Look at that face sculpt, dude. Look at that.
Black
Yeah,
purple.
that's
I
on
wanna have a
point.
black purple, nice one.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. And this one, Bethany really liked this one, but I got some Alexa Bliss because she thought it looked like Harley Quinn. So.
It does look like Harley.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the only
that's
issue
a
I
good-
have with that figure is the thighs, but the face sculpt.
She's got some thick thighs, though.
Yeah.
Wait, the thighs are too thick?
They made it too muscular. They could have kept the thighs without the definition.
Wait, is he not muscular and real? Or?
No.
Not
Oh,
this
not that
thick.
muscular.
No,
that's
that's the thing.
No, not that
The
detailed.
face is
no.
on the money. All the
Face
stuff.
So, yeah. The only thing I
Everything else.
noticed, so like, see how tight this shoulder is? You know, the rotation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so it did fix it. Okay, a little bit. So I put a little bit of Kiki on it, so it's a little tighter now. Yeah, I could hit this and it would spin around.
Yeah, that Kiki works wonders, boy, for real.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice.
So I got that. Let's see, was there anything else? Nope. That was it for my haul. That's literally all I got. And I got some herbal tea too.
Hey.
I'd share that picture, but you know,
It's chamomile, folks. Don't worry about it. It's chamomile.
Yeah, Earl Grey, some Earl
Green
Grey.
tea,
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh,
Anyway, oh Jesus! All right, so let's get into this. How much time you got? You got
right.
I didn't
you're
have a
ready to head
haul.
out of here, right?
Yeah, I'm in and out in a few minutes. Yep, just waiting for
Okay.
my wife to pull up.
All right.
Might drop off when she pulls in. So
Hey, but before we start this, I got a request, Darius. You have to do your renditions of the waiting queue music, like may it be Jeopardy or whatever. I need this tonight. I need this for my concentration. That worked a charm. last time.
I know.
Careful.
If we don't get flagged,
I got flagged for humming the fucking Jeopardy theme song one week.
oh yeah,
Really? For humming it?
Remember,
Yeah.
last week our
Yeah.
episode, I got home from work on Friday. I was like, why the fuck, or Thursday or whatever it was. I was like, why the fuck in the episode isn't loaded? And I pulled it up and it was all because I hummed the Jeopardy theme song.
Go crazy, oh.
Ridiculous.
I'll try to do it in 30 seconds or less. So.
No, just be like, dude.
Yeah, like chop it up.
Yeah.
So
Chop
we
The chopped and screwed edition.
I know that you went to get you didn't go to the con without buying something. Raph.
I didn't go.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I bought a couple of things. I bought a
I was waiting on you. I was like,
I
Yeah,
did.
like you
I
get a
bought
haul.
a couple of things. I bought a couple of things.
How about a
I have
Samuel L. Jackson?
I bought a couple
Yeah.
Marvel Legends
I would
myself.
love a Samuel Jackson.
Bitch.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. I'm looking for that Venom, too, man.
I have the white
Hey,
spider.
stop! You're gonna get us flagged again.
Right. Don't flag that. Don't help me.
That's why I did it under the 15 seconds. If you haven't noticed.
I fed my War Machine fetish.
No,
Oh.
it's
The movie version.
Good one.
Just before the leg breaking, and my favorite villain, the Arkham.
That looks
Arkham
good.
No, which
Origins.
figure is that?
That looks really
This
good.
is the Arkham Origins Patty Mac special. The only I have a couple of issues with this figure, which is why I didn't go ham on it. He doesn't come with the bow staff that he uses in the video game, and I hear there's a lot of issues with his feet posability. And once I take this out of the packaging, I can already see it through the packaging. The feet don't look like they're molded right. But he does come with a stand for display purposes.
He's a bulky figure. That's why they gave it a stand. Because nobody knows that he's not going to balance.
Right. Not gonna be able to balance him.
But
I don't trust any of those figures, man. I'm sorry. I've had bad luck. I've had bad luck.
They look great. Like
he
any
has done-
McFarlane figure
They're
looks
great
great.
action figure statues, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Yeah,
Smashing.
it looks amazing. Like the detail is good, the color is good, the helmet looks good, but I don't know.
Still
I
McFarlane.
already see some things, but
Let me
what
know
else
when you
did I
open that
get?
up, man.
What else did I get? I finally got my hands on Blaster.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Version.
I picked him up for a very good deal yesterday.
Did he
And I
just
picked
got, did he just got released on your side?
no, he's been out here for a while as a Kingdom figure.
Hard to find.
But what happens is I've had him on pre-order forever, and when I pre-ordered him, he was written to ship, and the train got heisted in Los
Oh
Angeles.
wow!
So he's sitting in an evidence locker. So I was just like, all right, this is never going to happen. I just got frustrated with it.
Yeah.
So I saw one at Toy-Con and I picked him up. But that one's a legacy version, which means he has the
Love the packaging off the
E-
Legacies line.
yeah.
Love the color.
This one, I think the legacy ones have eject, and the Kingdom ones have rewind, or maybe I have it. But I never bought a I guess a chug scale rendition of Ultra Magnus. So I saw one there at a very good number, so I picked him up.
Nice.
I picked up this guy for like $30. It was like, how would you not?
That's cheap for that one too. It was
Yeah,
going for 50 at
he
one
was
point.
going for like $50 when he came out. And I don't know if you guys remember the story, but I never got the War for Cybertron Siege Skywarp because people were just going nuts over it. And by the time I caught on to the whole Amazon thing, it was too late. He wound up selling out, and now people are asking $250, and I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I figured I'd try to custom one. I'm not a customizer. I've never been a customizer, and I was going to give it a shot. So I bought this Thundercracker at NJCC for like $15 like 2 years ago, and I like a year ago, more like it. And he sat around here, and I got around to sanding him down and putting a coat of paint on him, and I wanted to make him my own Skywarp. And I finished it, and I was kind of proud of it until my wife walked in the room and said, "Wow, who painted that, Ben?" And I was just like, all right. So I just took it and tossed it right in the garbage. Because if it looks like my son did it,
Only
I
a
tossed-
woman can bruise a man's ego in 5 seconds or less.
so I found this guy for $5, and he's gonna be the next victim.
$5, nice.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the next victim.
Wow.
And briefly, that was it. I did pick up a Spider-Man symbiote suit, but I'm sending it out to somebody special. And I think that's it.
So when you say a
that was
suit,
it.
you mean like a whole like actual suit?
No, the symbiote suit, Marvel, the carded one.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a suit. I'm like,
Ooh, that's a cool figure too.
And there's like another pickup or two there, but they're for other people, so they're not gonna even bother. But yeah, that was it. That was my haul.
Bro, my chest.
We get to
My
business
fucking
meeting.
chest is hurting after hearing that shit about the paint, like your wife walked around.
Dude, let me tell you something. That thing had more runs than the New York Marathon. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I was gonna say Maya at Tyler Fulcher's house. Like,
I think a blind person probably could have painted that better than me. I mean, it was pretty terrible. It was
you were
pretty
like, he
bad.
did paint that. I was keeping it for sentimental reasons.
Now, Ralph, you're gonna have to post it on the Instagram.
Yeah,
So
you
we
got
gotta
to
see it. We
You
got
gotta
it.
the messed
You're
up.
like, paint it.
Yeah.
Do you have it with you right now?
No, I
really threw
tossed
it
it
out?
over. I tossed it over to that side of the room, and I think my
When
son
you get
may
a
have actually
chance,
picked
take
it
a
up.
picture and post.
Yo, you got to now.
Yeah,
like-
I gotta see what you did.
We can see your progress, bro, because you're gonna find
Wait, I can just imagine your son now, like, oh, this one doesn't look as good, Daddy. I'm not going to break this one. Like, you keep it.
Right.
Oh my God.
Great.
Anyway, Jesus.
I kind of wish that I gotten into Origins. Oh no, scratch it. I wish that they.
What did you say?
Yeah, what
Origins.
You did not say what you thought he said.
I heard it too.
Origins.
Oh my God, you guys you need therapy. Shame on
That-
you.
the other thing would be fun too, but I can't. Those days are over.
Oh.
All right, I've been summoned by the lady to
Lord,
share a picture.
Uh-oh.
The hell she send me? now?
No, shame on you, sir. Don't do it. This is worse than the hidden.
The family show,
Right.
gentlemen.
Because
Don't
now I'm gonna
look
be
at
hungry.
Don't
Oh, I hate you.
Oh, man, see, I knew he was gonna do that.
You know, she's
shit.
making what is it? Like I think it's chicken burger, I think, or turkey burger lasagna.
Ooh.
Oh, ground chicken lasagna. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best.
Don't worry.
Here.
And it's
Good
Oh
for
my
heart, other than
god.
ground
I'll
turkey.
put it in the chat and let it bask in its glory. Oh
No,
my
but
god.
I wish they invented the
Man,
origins
you hear
line
the shit I
before
gotta
the
deal
classic
with? She's
line.
over here. Bethany's like, it smells just as good as it looks. Anyway.
Not helpful.
Ah,
Not
Yeah.
helpful.
Nope.
Not at all.
See, looking at it to you guys, you're like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, but I gotta smell that shit for 2 hours and not.
no, but
eat
you
it.
get to
And then-
actually eat it. All right.
Yeah. You can,
Oh, I'm gonna eat it.
you can sneak it. You can sneak a
No,
bite
you
or two. Put
No,
your,
put your
put
face
your
on
mic
it.
on mute. 'Cause they'll-
Oh, here I'm adjusting my
Yeah.
mic. Like,
You talking to us or Bethany?
Fair question.
Depending how good dinner is tonight.
oh my god,
I have a
we
question,
really are.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. How do you guys know who the Cleveland Guardians are?
Yes.
Mm.
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't say any more, Raph. Who else? What about you, Jay? Don't research. Have you heard of the Cleveland
That's a
Guardians?
dope research.
And I'm just sending a message. No, they're a basketball team, right?
No.
No.
About you,
No.
Commander H.
No.
Believe it or not, I
No.
believe that they are now the
They're
what used to be the
baseball,
Cleveland
right?
Indian. Yes,
They
I did not know
yeah.
that they made that switch. So that's why I
When
was
did
so
they
confused.
change that?
When did
Exactly,
they-
that's what I was gonna ask
Yeah,
y'all. When,
when
there was
did
no
they change
fanfare
it?
for that change. It just all of a sudden.
Well, I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, Cleveland Guard. I was like, no, that's not a basketball. What the
Wait,
fuck is
what?
that?
So then not
Exactly. I got a notification that keeps tracks of the Padres, and they went up against the team that was called the Guardians, and I was like,
Sure as shit.
"What?"
Mm.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's like the Washington they're not the Commanders, something like
yeah.
that. I didn't even know that. I saw that last week.
I mean, at least they announced that. We knew
I-
that about that.
I didn't know that. I didn't see
I'm
that
waiting
anywhere.
for the Braves to get a,
Yeah, the
to-
Braves.
Dude, yeah. Holy
Braves,
shit.
you can wait a while. The Braves ain't gonna budge yet.
Yeah.
Atlanta, they ain't gonna budge yet.
Jesus.
Shit. I found about the name change.
Maybe 5 years, but not
Exactly.
right now.
When did you? Yeah, I wasn't around for that. I had no idea that even changed. And you think it was a bigger deal, right? But
Yeah,
they snuck it out.
because it's been a long
Guardians.
battle between them. You know,
I never even
between
heard that.
trying to get the name changed, and well, good for them. All right.
Congratulations to them, I guess.
That's crazy. Well, I'm just glad watching not the Washington football team anymore. That was a dumbass.
Yeah, Jesus
Right.
Christ.
I was trying to get used to
living
it. Not gonna
here.
lie.
Try living here with people getting confused with that shit.
For
Yeah.
I was getting used to it.
People are like, hail to the fuck.
Washington.
And it's funny because my whole family are Redskins fans, like my whole family. And then they know I watch Steelers. So, goddamn, my mic is all fucked up. Like the autofocus is all jacked up. Look at that. I look like fucking Joker from the the blurred shit.
Oh, from the
Oh yeah, for the
deleted
Dude, did you
scene
guys watch that trailer?
Yeah.
Or that dude, that was wild.
the hidden, the deleted scene.
Yeah,
The deleted scene that the
You had to
director
watch it like
shared.
16 times just to make out what he said because it sounded like a
Yo,
But dude,
I
he
thought it
is
was just
wicked.
me. I was like, what the fuck is he saying?
It sounded like a
Yeah.
real
I
bad
had to put
bootleg,
the
man. I was just waiting for
subtitles
somebody
on,
to
yo.
get up and get popcorn.
Yo,
Wow.
that's funny as shit.
That was funny. Yeah, I had to put the subtitles on, man. I didn't know what the hell he was.
Yeah. Yo,
trying
but
to
his
figure out
face
what Snow
was
said in the
jacked
former.
up.
Yeah, his face was jacked up, and you can see the back of his head.
Yeah, but here's my thing with that. I was like, well, what part of the movie would this scene have been in? This had to have been like early in the movie because he had bloody hands. He still had like his face still had stuff on it.
Yeah.
Like, so did he just get put in jail? Like, what?
I'm
like,
thinking what's going on is he's using him as helping him with all these cases.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I'm like, at what point was he put in jail? Like, at what point in the movie would this scene have popped up?
Maybe he was one of the first ones that he fought against or something.
What I think they're doing is setting up. They're setting up the next movie, and I think
they didn't need that scene to set it up. They set it up with like when Riddler got caught and he was locked up next to the Joker.
Right.
You know, that scene made more sense than the deleted scene,
which is why they deleted it. But I think, setting up the other movie is probably going to take place before this one, and then you're going to know more about what happened with the Joker. But I think he's using the Joker to profile the Riddler because they kind of
that was the
came
case.
out of the same school.
Hey, did anybody need a Fans Toys Chomp? Did anybody miss out on it? Because it looked like Nick said that 5 people backed out and he still has 5 left.
Yeah, Nick. Nick hit me. I hit up Nick, and I'm just
okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to like change subject real quick. I just saw it real fast.
No. I'm gonna. But yeah, I'm anxiously awaiting to get paid so that I can pay him.
Anxiously awaiting to get paid.
So I can pay him.
Well, I know if anybody wants a Fan Toys werewolf, there's a much more affordable version now available.
Oh, I don't even want to get started on that shit forever. That's going to be a whole fucking episode of us talking about that.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, I can see Tim rubbing his beard like he's dying to get something in there.
We're already an hour and 17 or hour and 11 minutes. Yeah.
Damn, that's only by fast. You've been on here for an hour.
You got a lot of editing to do, bro.
What's I gonna tell my wife?
I don't take it to heart.
So. 11 minutes?
Yeah, right.
I saw
right?
what you did there, bro. I saw what you did there, bro.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Are we gonna do this?
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna do this game real quick.
Sure.
That will be my goodbye, guys.
It's time to play the game.
I want to eat
I know.
You guys took long with your halls and shit. We could have been in like
yapping stories and shit.
Why you had to have?
Could have done 2 brackets already,
man.
man.
A good week for man. You could have had some shitty weeks. You could wrap this up quick.
I know, right?
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
I got a wife. No reason for me to wrap anything up anymore.
Yeah. Ooh.
Lucky.
We apologize to her now. No, we don't.
Yeah, I love y'all, man. It's always good.
Love you too, man. It's good to have you on.
Sorry,
Yeah, man, good to see you, dude.
You guys both enjoy
No,
yourselves,
dude, go
bro.
have fun at dinner.
Yeah.
What are you guys going to eat?
She said she wanted to go to
Chick-fil-A.
No, not really.
It's Sunday. You can't go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. That's the joke.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. They're actually closed, but it is one of her favorite spots to go to. So
There's a restaurant called
surprised.
Heart of
It's
the
my
Ocean.
favorite.
You should check it out.
Where?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
Part of the
I
ocean.
said there's a restaurant called Heart of the Ocean. You should check it out. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. She got some place in mind, so whatever. I just told her I'll take her out to get something to eat. So
There you go.
wherever we going, we going.
Well, tell her we said hello.
You know.
Yeah.
And to brush up on your newlywed skills, because we're gonna have a newlywed game coming up soon.
Ooh, I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, it was funny because Darius was testing us, Beth and I, real quick this weekend talking about it.
Really?
And he's
Called
like,
Cuckold with
what's-
Coco.
Oh, yeah. He goes, what's Bethany's favorite Harry Potter character? And I was like, damn, there's too fucking many to like. And like she said, Luna Lovegood. And that was the first thing that popped up in my head. But I was just like, God, like which one is it? Because there's a bunch of them. It's hard to like pick. But she likes the oddball shit. But yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yo, Darius, why would you do that, bro? That's messed up.
Yeah, we're gonna He's gonna break up some relationships, man. Think about
Right. So yeah, pretty soon we're gonna. It's not gonna be an episode. I think we're gonna try to do it to where it's like
episode.
Well, no, we're gonna go live with that shit.
Or
It's gonna be a one-off with a live one-off.
Nothing out.
Right? Nothing to cut out. No nothing.
All right. I like that. I like that too.
Yeah. All right, brother. You guys have fun. Have fun at dinner.
Thanks. So
I would say hello.
Forward to the 100th episode next week, y'all.
All right, man. Hit me up this week when you get a chance.
Indeed. That's all right.
Oh yeah, brother.
Love you, man. Take care, dude.
Oh man, that was good to see him, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I was surprised. I was like, oh, when he popped on, I was like, oh shit, like. I was like, he made it because he doesn't know if he can be able to make our episode this coming week. He's not sure. It depends on work. So, but we'll try to see what we can do. But it was good to see him, definitely. All right, D, you got the floor.
All right, gentlemen, the time has come as March Madness is concluding, and in celebration of that, we have our little special tournament we're going to be putting on alone. 4-part miniseries is the action movie Magnus, the best action movies ever made. So, gentlemen, put on your sunglasses, get your pack of bubble gum, get your ass-kicking boots on, and have your shotgun ready because we have the first part of our bracket. Forgive my scribbly scribbles, but that's from the notes. And, you know, so, gentlemen, this is what we have. We have 64 movies total. The first bracket up, we have 16 movies. So this is what we have first setting up with each other. So, gentlemen, think about it, look at it, think hard. The first 2 movies is The Rock versus Eraser. 2 classic 90s action movies, late 90s, early 2000 action movies. Think from the Michael Bay era, you know. So we'll start for Mr. Lowery. Who do you think is the better? Yeah, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around. You know, there's no time. There's no. I mean, come on, you guys watch these movies.
Oh yeah.
We know what these is about. You know, so strap in.
I don't know. I kind of like the Rock.
Okay.
Well, dude, you got Sean Connery in it. You got who else was in that?
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage. Like, dude, how can you go wrong with that? Like a crazy ass fucking
They
movie.
were great
action thriller. Like,
yeah.
Ed Harris, not Ed Harris. Ed
Harris.
Ed O'Neill. Ed Harris. Yeah, Ed Harris.
Yeah, he was
Michael Biehn. You had John C. McGinley. You had in there.
Yep. I'm gonna have to go with me. I'm gonna have to go with The Rock on that one.
All right, we got one for The Rock.
So, is somebody writing these down? Are you writing down the answers?
I got one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I got one for The Rock. All right. What about you, Substance?
2 for The Rock.
2 for The Rock, straight and thorough.
Rock hard, baby. Oh wait.
Rock hard. No, that was always easy. Eraser is okay. But to me, it's no competition for The Rock. That was a good one from Michael Bay.
Yeah, see,
and Hans Zimmer for the score. I mean, what are you supposed to do wrong with that?
Well, you did see what's her name in a bikini and Eraser too, so or brown underwear and all. It was a pretty good movie, but
yeah.
All
right, Ralphie.
All right, so Tim just took away all my good points, and the reason I'm taking The Rock is mainly because Hans Zimmer's score was unbelievable, and story for story, outside of Vanessa L. Williams, who is
amazing.
I don't care, she's like 70 now and still hot. I really have nothing for the Eraser. It was, Schwarzenegger's the dude, but story for story, The Rock just, I'm going.
Dude, you get Alcatraz, you got all that shit. Like it's pretty cool, like an escape.
Mad explosions, you get poison that's gonna kill. I mean, come on now, you
got Nick Cage at his quirkiest. you know, and
Yeah.
Sean Connery with the twist.
Sean
like,
Connery, you know,
Mhm.
like you said, the score, Hans Zimmer's score was great, especially the scene, the conversation scene when they were in the in the prison basement, and then the shoot off and everything like that.
yeah,
Great moment.
there's just way
man.
too many good points.
Yeah, everything went wrong with that. So I have to say, yeah,
And
I
I also saw an interesting article on Sean Connery's character in The Rock, and there were some pretty interesting proofs. The story, the fan theory says Sean Connery in The Rock is the retired James Bond.
that's it.
Interesting.
That was a theory I had came up with my friends a long time too. So I agree. That's a good theory too to have.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
All right,
Neil,
Coco, let's hear it.
Let's see what you have. What's your thoughts?
The Rock, for sure.
Speak
The
from
Rock.
your heart.
The Rock, yeah.
Easily The Rock. The cinematography was on point. Plus, I was convinced that that situation could happen for reals. Like that
Yeah,
movie,
right?
You know, like disgruntled vets, hanging out. You know, they're like, you know what? Things are not fair. Let's try to make things, fair again. This is the type of movie that Michael Bay, I wish, kind of stuck to instead of destroying our childhood.
I would say that's my favorite. I mean, during that time, Michael Bay had some really good hits, but I would say that was my favorite Michael Bay movie out of all the ones he did, and he had done some really bangers, during that era.
Yeah.
So, but all right, gentlemen, it sounds like The Rock is going on. We have all right. So now we have. See, I gave you an easy one to step your toe into it, right? But now we're gonna get a little bit difficult, in this. So here we go. We got True Lies versus The Bourne Identity.
Oh my
All right,
god.
Coco,
Easy.
We're gonna start with you.
With me?
Yes, we're gonna start with you.
True Lies. Easy. That's super easy. I was never a big Bourne fan, and that's James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to your career. Score by Brad Fidel. Again, what can you do wrong? So
Bill Paxton and all them were in that, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis dancing in her underwear.
And Jamie Lee Curtis in her underwear never looked hotter than there. So there you go. And you got Tom Arnold as the goofy Mr. Bill Paxton, man, the immortal. Bill Paxton, yo. Of course. True Lies, easy. To me, at least.
So I guess we got Tim ahead. So we're gonna go back to ask Coco again. What was your choice?
Oh no, do it sexy. Definitely True Lies. That line, that was enough. Do it slowly. Do it
right.
So yeah, that True Lies is what's up, man. Yep.
True Lies was great. Also, God bless it, Tia Carrera. Oof.
Yep.
That was a big back then. All right, Ralphie, what's your choice?
I'm gonna go against the grain here and go with The Bourne Identity. I am a Jason Bourne fan. I own all the movies. And in a head-to-head spot, if they were both on television, which one am I watching? It's gonna be Jason Bourne.
But dude, there's Tia Career in True Lies.
Listen, Tia Career, if you Google her properly, there were some B-rate movies where she was actually naked. She ain't naked in this movie. And Jamie Lee Curtis, if you watch Easy Money, she was naked. In this movie, she ain't naked. So if if they was naked, this would be a whole different story right here.
But you have an exploding bridge and a van jumping on there, going to his demise. I mean,
I'll go. Let me explain why I didn't go with Bourne, even though it would make sense to go with Bourne, right? The truth is, a lot of that show was slow as fuck. It's slow. Of course, when it got to the point, to the heated stuff, it was intense and awesome, but a lot of it was slow. I'm like mind-numbingly like, oh man, when can we get to the good parts already? Kind of situation, which is the only reason, I would because again the action sequences were intense and Bourne and realistic, right? But because it took forever to get for the fun parts to happen for me,
Mhm.
you know, True Lies won by default. That's
True Lies to me, True Lies, outside of the obvious hotties, there was just way too much cheese.
That was the idea.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting with a terrorist, which let me tell you something, that narrative was racist as hell. It was almost as racist.
No, you're right.
Listen, that was almost as racist as that episode of the Transformers where the guy was from Carbamia. Like that, it's just like, first off, the cheese, and then this guy was like a quarter of Arnold Schwarzenegger's size, and they're fighting on a Harrier in midair with his daughter in the cockpit. Like, listen, bro, I've seen some action movies do some real unbelievable shit, but that right there, Jason Bourne beating the crap out of that dude in the bathroom, that to me is just that.
Oh my god, that was pretty good.
That was an incredible fight.
That was
my man just grabbed the
that's a good-
dictionary and just whacked the man right
good
upside
fight.
his head.
That is true. Like I gotta speak for my cheese, you know. Like I love some cheese, and that True Lies has a lot of cheese on it.
That was some serious. That was like dripping fresh mozzarella right there.
I just did my first own mac and cheese ever, so I'm high on cheese. So there's another one.
All right, we got to get Jason because we got to figure out, because so far True Lies is leading by 1. So what is your choice, Mr. Lowery?
Born.
Super
It's
dry.
because his name is
The
Jason
fact that
too.
he
That's
fucked
why.
that dude up with a fucking pen in that
Yeah,
fight
dude.
scene.
He took a
Like-
book out of a drawer and whacked
Yeah,
him.
he beat the piss out of him with a. I mean, it's crazy. Like watch, like these, like True Lies was a good film, but it was cheesy. It was fun. You got half naked Jamie Lee Curtis, but the fact that like the crazy fight scenes, and the thing that I liked about it is that it had like the first person camera type thing running around with them.
Yeah.
Like I liked that about that film. The other thing I liked was it had a pretty decent cast with it. I mean, they both did, don't get me wrong. But I think I preferred this cast over True Lies. Fun fact though about that film, did you know that Brad Pitt was almost offered that and he turned it down to be with Robert Redford in Spy Games? That's what it was, Spy Games, right?
Wow, yes, Spy Games.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That was a big mistake.
Right?
Well, he
But,
made
like,
it
the
up
fact-
with, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so he made it up with that. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good
Oh,
one.
and also,
now-
when he was Achilles, he did a good job.
So now we have 2 for 2. So
Flip a
since,
coin.
no, I'm gonna be the breaking vote.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
He's like,
So-
fuck y'all, doesn't matter what I say anyway.
Yeah. So when it comes to this situation, I'm gonna be the deciding factor. And everybody made some compelling cases for both movies. But it's me as a fan watching these movies, and I'm a slight bias to one movie to another. So I'm gonna give my vote as for True Lies. And I'm gonna explain to you why.
I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna explain to you why. The Bourne Identity, it's a great movie. Like Yul said, there's parts it did dragged on a little bit,
It did.
with the traveling to the different countries and stuff like that. I like the investigative file above it, but it got a little too dragging on for me for an action movie. And 2, the other negative that the Bourne has for me, because it's just pure bias, I cannot stand Julia Stiles. There's something about her face just rubs me the wrong
Just
way.
all the 10 things
And-
you hate about her, right? I mean, like,
that movie, I remember watching that movie with my ex. I think that could be it too. And then also Save the Last Dance. I think those 2 movies traumatized me.
Save the Last Dance, yeah.
And now
Watched
she's
it with
in
his
those
ex.
movies. So she just rubs me the wrong way, gentlemen. So, but with True Lies, man, listen, we got Arnold, the action movie king, man. for some will
Exactly right.
say. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but back then he said the same dialogue for just about every film,
But
though.
listen, who cares? This is a thrill ride movie.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
During that time period, this was an action movie, man. This is the epitome of what action movies supposed to be. Thrill wise, ridiculous.
In the action movie.
You know what I mean? You got
Get over here now.
You know, his wife is on the action, the daughter's on the action. You should, you know, I wouldn't be surprised his dog and cat was in the other action, was an agent too, you know, that type of action movie. It was great, you know. You got the sexy dancing, you know,
Jamie
Lee Curtis.
Thank you. You know, you got Tia Career, you got the big explosion.
That was a cool dance scene between the two of them, though.
You know,
between Arnold and her, that dance scene.
Yeah.
You know, he gave me a little bit of Mission Impossible feels, the kind of, you know, with this, whatever the espionage feels of it, you know. It's just a great fun movie. You go in on a date night on a weekend with your friends or your kids or whatever, you all talk and come on, Tom Arnold, that joke with the ice cube tray still gets me today. You know, like, what kind of sick bitch steals the ice cube trays from the refrigerator? You know, that's really funny. It's great. You know, that was great 90s action movie. So True Lies for me. Yep. I gotta put it down.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
He was a great actor. Have you guys ever watched that TV show? Was a Big Love that he was in, where he was a polygamist?
Yeah.
That show was fucking wild.
Big Love, polygamy. Oh, when
Big
he was
Love.
yeah, I remember that. He was.
That was a lot. That was one of his last shows he was in. I think.
No, he was on another show on CBS, and I can't. It just was released. Just a new show. He was on CBS, and then I think after that show went on hiatus for the season is when he got that procedure done, and he passed away during it.
Yeah.
So
my favorite movie that he did was Frailty.
Dude,
that movie will always stick with me.
You. I just wanted to say that Frailty is so good. Oh,
you saw it?
Yeah.
I love that movie, dude.
Yes.
Great fucking movie.
All right, we got to move it on because we don't want to take overtime with this. All right, next movie is. This gets a little hard, gentlemen. It is Lethal Weapon.
It's definitely not hard. I can tell you that.
Heat. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon versus Heat.
Lethal Weapon versus Michael Mann's Heat. All right, we're gonna go with Lowery first with this one.
Dude, come on, Heat.
All right.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Come on, that's enough said right there. I mean, dude, it's what it had. What Val Kilmer in it. It seemed like it was like
Sharon was in it.
Yeah, it had a lot of people in it. You know, just a lot of shit going on.
What's his name? Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, dude, he's a good actor too. I love him. So
yeah, I love him.
But Michael something, the Allstate guy.
Michael Clark.
Let me look it up.
No,
look up his name.
Michael. Oh my God.
Who? Which Michael from what?
He was in Major League also. He played.
I know what you're talking about.
He played the Cuban guy that had the.
Are you in good hands?
Williamson, right? No,
Williamson.
No.
Are you in good hands?
No, Michael.
What's his? I forget his. Oh.
Dude, Natalie Portman was in that too?
Yeah, she was the stepdaughter.
She was a kid.
That's
she was
right.
Val Kilmer's kid.
Mm-hmm.
John Voight was in that too. I mean,
I'm sorry. She was.
Come on.
John Voight was like the what do they call those guys?
He was the guy who got everybody off and got him those fake IDs and whatever.
Yeah,
dude. Half of these people were in like. Wait a minute. Who else?
Machete was in this too.
Dennis Haber.
Danny Trejo.
Dennis Haber.
Yeah.
Well, I think Michael for Dennis Haber.
Henry Rollins.
Henry Rollins is
in it.
Tone Loc. Tone Loc
was in it for a hot second.
Medina.
All
right, but yeah, mine's Heat. That's a really good action. That scene when they were in, what was it, the diner or whatever it was, when all four of them were talking, that was pretty cool. Just the cinematography and everything else, and just like the thrill ride of that whole film in general. The like the whole heist thing, everything else. Dude, it was pretty fun. It was a fun, enjoyable movie. But yeah, I picked that one. I picked Heat.
Dude, any movie with Magua in it, I'm picking.
Oh yeah.
All right, you also, I guess
Heat.
we're
Yeah.
gonna put Heat
Magua.
down.
It had Wes Studi in it, dude. That guy. You guys watched
And even
all of those movies where he was a bad guy in, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dances with Wolves and Last of the Mohicans. But when he did Mystery Men and played the Sphinx,
Dude, that was wild.
dude, after I watched that movie, I rewatched all the movies that he did, and I was rooting for him to win, even though he was the bad guy. Yeah, kill all the Mohicans. Do it.
He played Geronimo in the movie.
Yeah.
He was the hero in that one. So
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Let me get you. Is it Heat 2 with you, or is it Lethal Weapon? You've been pretty quiet, but you know.
Very, very. I just listened, and you guys also got some compelling cases, but I gotta go with Lethal Weapon for one very easy reason, or two very easy reasons.
He's getting
Number
too
one-
old for this shit.
What?
He's getting
No.
too old.
No, I mean, okay, that would be three good reasons because it's a good ass quote. No, one, it's one of my mother's favorite movies, and so it's mine. We watched it
Yeah.
dozens of times.
It was a
good
great
movie.
series, dude.
Yeah, and Mr. Joshua, hello, Gary Busey. That is one of the most awesome movie villains ever. So yeah, so Lethal Weapon for me.
All right, respect. All right, Ralph.
It was a good film.
What is he? Are you gonna go across the board, or are you gonna be with Tim, and we're gonna do another deciding factor?
All right. Two things here, real quick. The argument against Born Identity was that it dragged. Heat for the first hour was nothing. It was nothing for that kind of star power. It was nothing. But I will say this: the action part of Heat,
the shootout scene,
was twice what Lethal Weapon was for an hour and a half.
Memorable. You can
Yeah.
actually remember
that bank heist is
That heist is amazing. Yeah,
it's as classic as every car chase scene from Smokey and the Bandit. And it's just that classic. So for that, I'm gonna have to give it to Heat, but not by like a landslide. Like I have to.
I agree.
Lethal Weapon is a staple, and I have to put the emphasis on that final shootout at Bank Heist was everything, because they all, like, the majority of them died. It was not what you expected. It was not, it looked real. It looked real.
that's
And
right.
at the end, when it turned out into a showdown between Pacino and De Niro, it's what practically every movie fan has ever wanted.
And to be fair, I think it was supposed to be more of a drama than an action movie anyway.
Yeah.
It just happened to have the one of the most memorable action sequences. Because of how real it was.
Yeah, that action scene, that whole section was enough to break that. But had it not been for that movie, landslide, it would have been Lethal Weapon.
Agreed. I would have been said, well, I don't think it's an action movie. It's more of a crime drama. That's what I would have said.
All right, so let me throw my hat in, right? So
to me, it was more like a casino type of movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A typical Michael Mann kind of.
But see, to me, Heat kind of edges out for me the win too, because I love Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is one of the greatest action movies.
Yeah, dude.
I agree.
One of them, hands down. Is it the best? Not sure. Is that who's music playing in the background?
That's me. He's testing something real quick.
Okay.
Because that new feature,
dude.
I was too for a second. No, they have background music that you can loop. Like they give you like a couple different tracks. So I was just testing.
Right. Okay. But so yeah, but I think Heat is one of those game changer movies.
It is.
You know, from when you see the like you because we always see like the action movie guy, macho, bam, 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 big him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to see the perspective of the villain. Not a bad guy. He just do what he has to do to make it in life. You know, he's trying to get out, trying to have a normal life. You know, this is it for him. He just want to be free. And you see Al Pacino's character full of anxiety ridden because of shit that he sees every day, and he's tired of it. He got to do what he got to do, you know, and stuff like that. You see all of that, and then you see those two lives interchanging with each other and bashing heads. And then again, the bike hat scene, you know, and then and not even just the main characters, the side characters, little side story, like Val Kilmer, his bad relationship with his wife and everything like that, and you know that she ratted him out, but still didn't rat him out because she still loves him despite the toxic relationship they have with each other, you know.
Yeah.
Then you have poor Dennis Haysbert guy, you know, just got out of the pen, you know. He's in a shitty ass job working in the fucking
Restaurant
in the
business.
diner, you know, and he needs the money to support his family. So he does one more job, you know, as a driver and get out of it, you know. Fortunately, he didn't come out, you know. Ty Sizemore's character and everything. Everything. It's just a great canvas of stuff put on a piece of paper on the canvas, you know. So that's why I have to say Heat graded to Heat. I have to give it to Heat. But anyway, now let's move it on. We got should be a simple one. But I thought this was funny to put these two together. Bad Boys versus Bad Boys 2. The Michael Bay Bad Boys series. So, Ralphie, I'm going to start with you. Which one, Bad Boys 1 or Bad Boys 2?
It's tough. And the reason why it's tough is because I'm a car guy. And one of my top 5 favorite cars of all time is a Ferrari 550 Maranello. And Will Smith's character drives one in the second movie. Not only drives one, but he puts it through the damn ringer. And also in that movie, there's a scene where these Jamaican guys have pretty much the other 4 cars on my top 5 list. There's a Yanko Camaro in there. There's an SS Nova in there, and it's very difficult to measure the two against each other, because the student is never greater than the master. But I have to go with Bad Boys 2 because he actually did up his action. Like the minute that movie started, the bridge scene, and you know, it just was constantly 100 miles an hour of, you know, non-stop action. And if that's what you want, explosions, you know, cars flipping over on top while a Ferrari's going up from underneath it, and you know, leaving to another country with your SWAT friends and everybody looks like GI Joe Sigma 6. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, hearing Martin Lawrence try to talk Spanish in the middle of Cuba, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, it just doesn't get any better than that. And I think Bad Boys 2 is that movie.
All right, Tim. What is your opinion? What do you think? What's your vote?
I gotta say, Bad Boys 1 or 2 never were in my pantheon of greatest action movies as a first. But I gotta go with the first because that was just the original. Both were just like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith were just both at the height. Both were just fit and fucking funny, and they just clicked very well. And to me, like, I don't know, there's this one scene in Bad Boys 1 when that whole hall, that whole airport hall is gonna blow, and they just drive with a Porsche directly onto the camera, and he just does the small hop, these and into the camera. That is just, to me, that's the emphasis of the movie. You have stylish camera angles, you have a great fucking score, you have amazing sound mixing, that everything is on point, and it's just fast paced and stylish. That is one shot of it. That's it for me.
All right.
But it doesn't have Gabrielle Union.
It has Linda Fiorentino, and she is hotter. I mean,
Perspective, gentlemen, perspective. All right,
that's it for me, my opinion.
What is your vote?
I had to go with 2 because 2 is one of those rare situations where a sequel at least was on par with the first and or exceeded it. So and I feel that Bad Boys 2, a lot of people I know seem to quote Bad Boys 2 more than they did people swear by Bad Boys 2 more than they swear by the first one.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And a pack of Bubblicious. I mean, come on now.
So yeah, that to me is what the reason why I had to pick 2.
All right, good answer, yo. All right, Jada, what you got for us, sweetheart?
Mike Lowery.
Lowery.
All right. So I think Bad Boys 1 had a better script. Okay. All in all, right? Bad Boys 2, I think, had better action. They basically dialed it to like 20 on the fucking action scale compared to the first.
An action bracket.
Yeah, right. And not only that what is it? The Haitian scene, like the shootout at the end, was probably one of my favorite fucking memes ever that you've ever seen. Where Will Smith holds out the gun and fucking shoots through the keyhole, or shoots through the wall or whatever it was. Yeah. And then, like, have you ever seen that meme where it shows like him going around like pulling the trigger, and you see some like, "Do you want to build those?" No, pow, and all of a sudden the girl starts screaming and shit, like But no, I think that for me, I'm gonna have to go with 2, just for pure action, fun, edge of your seat. I mean, not to say that the first one didn't have a lot of action; it did. I just think that they dialed it up in this one. But I think they supplemented the action for the story, and I think the story was a little lacking a little bit. They kind of seemed like they wanted to do it kind of like Lethal Weapon style in the second one, but it kind of fell off a little bit to me. So that I picked the second one just purely based on those couple of things.
All right. So it's Bad Boys 2 across the board.
A quick fun fact. I store my car in a warehouse here in Ridgefield Park. And I have a 1972 Pontiac Catalina convertible. The old man bought it years ago when he came home from Vietnam, and we still own it. And my next door neighbor is the roof Porsche from Bad Boys 1. We bought it at an auction, and it's sitting like my car's in the center, and it's sitting right next door. And behind that and adjacent to it is the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. We're all in the same
warehouse storage
section of the warehouse. I mean, that's a story for another time, but I just wanted to share that. The guy who owns that roof is like super, super meticulous with it. Like very
wow.
Yeah.
Small world, man. All right. This one was a tricky one because how it landed with each other, I was trying to make it not land with each other, but they did. So this may go across, Miss May, I don't know, but we'll just throw it out there. The next up is The Fugitive versus Dirty Harry.
Oh.
So yeah, like I said, this was an odd pairing. This is going to be an odd pairing. Well, for me, I feel like it should go one way, but you never know. You know what I mean?
To me, it's actually very easy.
I mean,
I think it's pretty easy too.
Yeah, like I said, it could be very easy, but like I said, to me, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm too high, whatever. But the shit is. So
That
anyway,
herbal tea, son.
yeah, right. That herbal tea is strong shit. So anyway, so let's just step this step, right? It's good for the soul, gentlemen. Good for the soul. All right. So let's start with Tim. All right, Dirty Harry or The Fugitive?
Fugitive. I've not.
Woo!
I was never a big Dirty Harry fan. Like I don't know. There was and I've never gotten into it ever since now. Like I love what Clint Eastwood is doing once he got older, but I don't know. Dirty Harry never quite clicked with me. Fugitive, this interesting pairing of Tommy Lee Jones and Harrison Ford, the way he brings down his case, and Tommy Lee Jones, like from the get-go, is like, this is there's something else behind this. This is just not black and white and stuff, and you're just compelled and really bound in for the ride for the whole movie to me. So yeah, Fugitive, easy.
I was not expecting you to get that answer from you, to be honest. All right.
You think I'm a Dirty Harry dude?
Open up your heart to us and tell us what you got.
Who?
I said hidden. Open up your heart and tell us what you got.
Me?
Hidden.
I had to rack my brains on this one. This was one of the hardest decisions I had to make. But I had to go with Dirty Harry. And as much as it's just hard for me to see action as, even though it is technically action, a motherfucker that's running away the whole time. It gave me anxiety. So you would think that he would, for homeboy, trying to escape, you'd think there's a lot of action in that, but which it is, right? But I don't know. It's just the violence level for me is just. I just needed
with the guns. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that I think that's why I swayed my decision towards Dirty Harry, because at least the level of violence versus the level of running anxiety, hide and seek it. But technically, that should be a good criteria for action, right? But again, that's why I had a hard time with this.
Let me throw something in, because when I looked at this, because I'm not sure you guys kids or whatever when you were kids, but I think maybe Ralphie will be more related to this. Like we're street kids, right? So we would like play a game called Manhunt during the summers. Right, that we run around and we got people hunting you down and stuff like that. And so to me,
we played that too.
Right. So to me, The Fugitive reminded me of playing Manhunt when I was a kid.
Absolute adrenaline rush.
Right, like the onto your back, the excitement, it almost got you. You escape, you jump over fences, you dodge into the trees, you're climbing up side of shit to get away.
I've hidden in sewers for that game. That's how seriously I took that game, dude. So because in my mind I imagine for real life and death, like lava, the floor is lava game, right?
Right, exactly. That's action to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one. I just want to throw that out. So we got one for Dirty Harry. We got one for The Fugitive. All right. Look like Ralphie already gave us his answer. Just by his call sign. You already know it's all dirty. Dirty Harry. Just in case he could throw us a curveball. We need that confirmation that
I have to be honest, by a sliver. And only because of the advancements in technology. Dirty Harry is a much older movie. And he had a revolver. He was an older guy chasing down these people mercilessly, and it really gave me the feeling that this has been done before. If you know who Charles Bronson is, this has been done before.
My unofficial uncle.
So, like, to me, Dirty Harry just
Death Wish.
yeah, it
I
just
miss
it
my
doesn't
Uncle Charles.
it
y'all.
doesn't have that. It doesn't have that same ingredient that the Fugitive has. You know, that is, narrowly how I think the Fugitive wins. I'm picking the Fugitive, and as you can see by the name here, I was set on Dirty Harry because I grew up on that. But putting that to the side and like meriting the movie for what it is, I gotta say, man, that Tommy Lee Jones, he's just a great actor, and he reminds you of every boss you've ever had at every job you've ever had,
Yeah.
where he's just like anal retentive, and he's just, on you about, get on it. He's that kind of a guy.
Vision.
And the whole thing, how that dynamic between him and Harrison Ford, how he wants to believe him and how he wants to just get to the bottom of things. And it's just, I don't know. I just, that whole Clint Eastwood, old guy chasing down the punks, Charles Bronson made a career out of that. So I had already seen that. And to me, that's why I have to go with
It
the
makes
Fugitive
sense.
on this.
It was the first like movie that I could think of off the top of my dome where homeboy was running away the whole gosh damn time.
Yeah.
So other than The Running Man.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, Lowery, Mike Lowery, what you got for us?
Well, technically, Dirty Harry came out before Death Wish, so Dirty Harry was 71, the other one was 74. So anyway, as much as I love Charles Bronson movies and everything else, but anyways, I'm going with Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
And the reason why is anybody that rolls around with the Smith & Wesson Model 29 M44 Magnum, dude, that's just chasing people, right? So the fact that the whole storyline is basically kind of reminds me of, it's a standard cops and robbers type movie. Pretty self-explanatory, nothing crazy. But the fact that this guy that's a cop kind of takes in his own hands, Punisher style, with this fucking big ass gun rolling around the city chasing these people, even though he understands, and honestly, there's a little bit of whole political shit behind this movie too that's kind of weird. I'm not going to get any of that shit, but like him chasing down, was it Scorpion killer?
Yeah.
The rooftop killer or whatever he was. So the fact that he was going through the city doing all this, this whole chase scene, the whole standard old school, and dude, and me, I'm gonna have to go with this one for the simple fact of that, but then also the fact that he was a staple of like all these movies back in the 70s and 80s, like Bronson was. So that's what I'm gonna have to go with.
All right.
It did set the trend for
It did start that whole thing. Dirty Harry, I think, was the first one like that, but like so many more, like it got so saturated so quickly that you're just like, all right, I've seen this before.
But if it weren't for those movies, we wouldn't have gotten all these new action type films, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger films, like all that other shit. It wouldn't. If it weren't for, because think about it, half the movies, Arnold is doing that. Commando goes after the family,
the stoic guy with the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit over the top than Dirty Harry, but but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dirty Harry on that. So,
all right, shit.
I was like, fuck, I didn't expect that.
No, because now it's tied, so I got to be the tiebreaker. You guys putting me into the shit.
It's okay. You're gonna take Fugitive anyhow.
Hey, Fugitive.
He's in a hairy situation.
Wow. You know what? Just for spite. Petty spite. The Fugitive is going across. No, Dirty Harry. Screw that. I'm putting the Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry.
It was a hard choice, man. That for
It was a
real.
hard
I'm not
choice.
even lying.
I was going to
It
pick
took
The
a while to
Fugitive.
rack my brains on that one.
You know, my initial vote was The Fugitive, but nobody told me what to do.
Feeling lucky, punk.
You ain't my boss. You ain't my dad, Alfred. All right. So next one is this is my least favorite one, unfortunately. But we're winding down to the end to the next one is Fast 5 versus Fast Furious 6. So who shall vote first? All right, Tim, you put your vote out there. Which one, Fast 5 or Fast 6?
Oh, that's a rough one. Like I like the latter ones, but not as much as the early ones, right? So I don't know. Like from the that's rough. I think I'm gonna Is 6 is 6 the last with Paul Walker? Yeah, right? No,
That's the 7th. That's the 7th.
That's 7. Wow.
6 is when Han dies. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it.
I mean, then I'm gonna go with 6 because I remember, even so, I believe pretty vividly that I enjoyed what they did there. That they made a retcon, but they made a retcon with a fitting scene and put Jason Statham in there and made it a personal thing with Han. Although I really enjoyed Han, so it's rough because I feel like everything after Tokyo Drift has just be like one puddle of car and action and people and very minimal stuff to really distinguish everything from each other, you know? Where the first is just a cult classic. You have the green Eclipse, you have the orange Supra, you have that Charger race and stuff like that. The second one, I love the chemistry between Tash and Brian. Tash and Brian and also Roman. That was amazing. And then you had a whole different thing as a spin-off with Tokyo Drift. But then the rest, like I said, all this
it got kind of weird once it got into the spy shit.
Yeah, that. But I think if I have to think about the old ones, I think due to the interesting and also intelligent way they retconned this particular scene of Han getting crashed, I believe I gotta take 6.
All right. We got one for 6. All right, Ralphie. Which one, Fast 5 or Fast Furious 6?
I don't know if this has ever been done. Again, I don't know if this has ever been done before in this type of bracket, but for me, it's a tie. Because they are practically the same movie on repeat.
I know, that's why I put them together.
Outside of Jason Statham being hotter in one than the other, I could care less. After like Tim said, after Tokyo Drift, this shit all just became a complete blur, just a big nonsensical, impossible, that would never happen in a million years blur of just BS that I'm so done with. I saw Fast 9. I don't even care about Fast 10. And I'm just kind of burnt with the whole damn thing. And
well, the fact that they continue a franchise on the back of the main character that died in real life.
Yeah.
Fuck Fast 9. I don't care who
like they should have ended it with 7. 7 was the perfect end. Done.
Yeah. When they had it peer off at the end, they should have left it at that. But
they should have taken even the physics.
And I love that series. I'm a gearhead. I love that whole series. But after I saw I walked out of the theater in 9.
Yeah.
You know, anyway. To me, when they lost me, I actually threw my remote across the scene, across the living room. When I saw Han come back out again, I was just like, all right.
Yeah. That was
the only person that's not coming back out is Brian. So I mean,
that was a big problem. Like, they should have just taken the poetical way, you know, with the split also saying, okay, we are done. Thanks for the fans, and that's it, you know. But the
To
middle,
me, yeah, 5 and 6, it doesn't matter. To me, a split tie because they're both horrible. And yeah, there were some good car scenes. You know, the whole
always is.
you know, slamming through the. I mean, I don't even remember if it was part 6 where they had the 2 Dodge Chargers with the safe tearing up the city. I don't know if that was 5, 6. Who
That
gives
was
a shit?
5.
It was the same damn movie anyway.
Mhm.
You know, I just I could care less. It's a tie. I don't know if that's possible in this bracket, but I'll leave it for somebody else to break. This is just it was just they were both trash.
So by omission, Ralphie said he can't. It's so bad he can't do it. So we'll put him in the side. So it'll be a best out of 3. So now Mike Lowry.
I'm in the same boat with Ralphie, but if I had to choose between the two,
By a hair.
I'd probably have to go with 5.
All right.
Because they're you guys, like you said, they're the same movie. But I think like the comedy was a little bit better, stuff like that in 5, the kind of back and forth. And the fact that, you know, Han and Gal Gadot in that film, in that one scene where he goes up and he tries to get, I can't remember the guy's name, the bad guy's name in the film, about, he's like, well, how are we going to get the guy's fingerprint? And she's like, hang on, I'll be right back. And she just drops her midriff and she walks on her bikini and he touches her ass. Boom, done.
Yeah,
And that was one of the funniest fucking scenes I've seen in that shit. So
that's true.
I'm gonna have to go with 5.
Okay. The Hidden. It comes down to you, my
I have to
friend.
go with 5, and here's the reason why. If 6 is the one with that impossibly long airplane launch, you know what I'm saying? that's the one with the impossibly long airplane launch, right? Where
The
they spent
longest
10 minutes
ever.
trying to fucking fly, right? I was done. I was like, what? And not only that, Gal Gadot dies in that one.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah.
So,
There's only one movie that I can think of where nostalgia bait dead character makes a fucking awesome return, or presumably dead character makes a stunning return for me, and that was, I don't know if I want to spoil it for y'all. Descent Part 2.
The what?
The
Descent.
The
Part
Descent Part 2 is
That's
for
a
me.
Oh
good-
yeah,
that was a good
yeah,
movie.
that's a good series.
that was a good movie. That was... All right.
I was so happy when I saw that girl alive. I was like, what? Yes! Awesome! I didn't feel that way with Letty or Han or anybody
Yeah.
else. Bro.
You know, I'll be
Like,
honest.
what?
I was more mad that Letty was alive.
You know, this series they've revived more characters than Jesus. Like, what is this all about, man?
Like
What
I
is this
said, there's
all
one they
about, man?
canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
all right.
They're just scraping the
High five
barrel
is
here
going
now.
Forward to this, to the
So bad the Rock won't even come back.
He's done.
All right. Next.
All right. Next, we got 2 more, and we are done for the night, people. All right. The next one is Speed versus John Wick. 2
Easy.
essential Keanu Reeves movies.
To me, it is
All
easy.
right.
I don't know about the rest.
We're like, Yule is excited, so let's start with him first.
Okay. So here's the truth, right?
Uh-oh.
This was hard as hell. The reason why it was hard as hell is because I had to take a long time trying to think back because of recency bias, right? I loved John Wick, but I had to think back because, to be fair, I watched the shit out of Speed. I must have watched that movie like 10, 12 times on VHS.
Speed
right?
jerked off to it to
Right?
watching the.
Oh, God.
So when all is said and done, and you know, the recency bias took over because of just how good the gun what is it, gun, not gun kata, the gun, what do they call that shit in China, the gun soap opera, or is it gun opera? Yeah, gun opera was
Kata. Yeah, gun. Was it?
no gun kata was what they used in that movie.
Equilibrium. I
The
think
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they call it gun soap opera or gun opera to describe the genre in general.
It's the same shit.
Right. John Wick did it well. Like I was convinced that watching the technique was just so good. I had to give that movie the edge simply because of the level of detail that they took to make all those death scenes as convincing and plausible as possible, given how utterly impossible that situation, the situation is. Now, Speed had the better music. It was more heart pounding for me. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think recency bias is taking over, and John Wick won, for me. But it was hard. It was real hard because nostalgia was tugging at I started to imagine my 16, 17-year-old self watching Speed when that movie came out, and I was like, damn, I'll watch the shit out of that movie. So there you go.
All right, one for Speed. All right, Lowery, your turn.
All right. Wick. I'm going with John Wick. I went Wick. Don't get me wrong, I like Speed and all that.
Yeah, same here.
It was a fun movie. It was definitely like action packed, especially being on a fucking bus. But also at the same time, it reminded me of Lord of the Rings, where everything's on the bus. It's like fucking, like you're the hobbits just walking everywhere. It's like same thing with the bus. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what I kind of thought. I was like, fuck, is this shit ever gonna end? But don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love Speed. Sandra Bullock was great in it. But John Wick, for as old as what Keanu Reeves is at the time when he did the first one, and this was his comeback in Hollywood.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the fact that he had this comeback with all these people in this cast. I mean, dude, what is it? Ian McShane, you got John Leguizamo. I mean, dude, there was a lot of people in this cast.
Alfie Allen. Alfie Allen.
But the fact that, it's a simple revenge story that the guy whoops ass. And the fact that, I mean, dude, it probably wouldn't turn out the same, but like if that happened, if I was put in that situation and my wife got killed, I'd be going fucking ballistic. I'd be fucking people up.
Yeah.
Killed his dog, fucking everything. I mean, dude, you kill my dog, you're dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but the thing about this whole movie is that fucking pencil scene where he killed that guy with that fucking pencil was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
And the fight scene he had in that with the Mustang. That was wicked. Did you see that? Do you remember that? The fight scene with the Mustang and everything?
Yeah.
So that was one of the coolest chase scenes I've seen inside of that. Just fighting, shooting guns, fucking everything. And then gets his shit and just goes away. So I'm going to have to go with Wick.
All right.
Makes sense.
We have 2 for Wick. All right, Ralphie. Let's see.
Now,
see, John Wick is hot on your call sign.
I'm gonna have to go with John Wick as well, and it's not as easy as it was for some of these other guys. Now, the reason why is when I saw Speed the first time, Speed brought something to the table that had never been done before in any of those genres. The whole speeding bus, that whole element just made the movie so much more worth it. I love the villain. I can't remember what his name is.
Dennis Hopper was
Dennis Hopper. An awesome actor.
God, he was so good back. Oh my God, he's such a great actor.
And in that movie especially, he was just so believable and so vindictive, and it was just such a great plot. and it hadn't been done yet, and it was such a great plot that they basically did the same thing again in Speed 2, and it wrecked. Like it wrecked in the movie theaters. So
Yeah.
I mean, that right there was awesome. But I have my wife knows this better than anybody. I have a list of Hollywood man crushes, right? And my number one Hollywood man crush is Jason Statham. But my number two, and not so much because of Hollywood, it's because what he became in Hollywood afterwards, more for his hip hop career, is Common. Now, when Common came out in John Wick
2,
yeah, he came out in John Wick 2. When he came out in John Wick, that took that whole series and put it on a whole separate level to me. I had to go back and watch John Wick again. And it brings up another guy who's in my man crush list, and that's the hotel owner, the hotel manager.
Thanks, Reddick.
When you look at a picture of what a distinguished man should be, that's the dude.
That's right.
Oh, he's a great actor, dude.
Great
the one
actor.
from The Wire, Homeboy from The Wire.
Yeah.
From The Wire, yeah.
He's a
Lance
huge
Reddick?
nerd. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a huge nerd too. He loves Spider-Man comics. Yeah, if you ever watch interviews of him and he talks about nerdy stuff.
He's from Baltimore, right? From what I remember.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the elements of John Wick, it was also something that up to that point had not been done yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, and then the concept of the movie was it stood out to me, but then you get the other things, the Mustang. It's a Boss 429. I'm a gearhead.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of the greatest cars of all time. And it was a fastback. So that right there. And then the whole avenging of the dog, the whole, I mean, there's just so many ingredients in that. The villain in the movie was hilarious. So the movie had comedy, it had drama, it had action, it had ridiculous gunplay. I mean, it had just so many elements, and then it had Keanu Reeves, who was, you know, making his comeback and just saying, "Listen, dudes, I didn't lose it." So that right there, I mean, it was just too much, man. You kind of got to go with John Wick on this one.
It blew everybody's minds back in
It really
2018.
did.
No,
It
not
really
2018. When was
It did,
that?
yeah, it did.
It really did.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, are you with the rest of the fellas?
I'm sorry, Darius. You gotta be the tiebreaker. I'm gonna go with Speed. Because
Speed. Not. I think all of us went with John Wick.
You went with John Wick. Everybody went with John Wick.
Okay, then
So
I'm
Speed.
gonna be the party pooper. I'm gonna go with Speed. I'm gonna go with Speed because I love how Keanu Reeves returned for that, and he made an amazing performance. You just gotta give him to that. Great movies, they are,
Yes.
but it is now a very inflationist genre. There's stuff left and right, and to me, in between all of that, I even like Polar with Mads Mikkelsen way more than John Wick. Like, he does it way better. Duncan Whistler, that just kills it.
Can you text me that? Because I haven't seen that yet.
It's on Netflix. Polar.
It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix. Yeah. Polar. Polar. That's a fucking dope movie, bro.
I don't have Netflix. That's why I haven't seen it.
And it's got a superb score. It's got a superb score.
Is that a recent? I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Is that a recent movie, or is that like before they did Wick?
2 years, I believe.
2 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that last bit in Polar, when they are just panning away from that wooden cabin, you know, and with this pounded sound, beautiful. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Yeah, Speed to me because again, also one of the movies my mom really liked. I enjoyed the hell of this movie. Like I don't know, I believe it was Yule. The music of Speed was just amazing. Yeah, super cool. Dennis Hopper, amazing villain, and again the chemistry between Keanu Reeves and also Sandra Bullock back then. Sandra Bullock was a babe back then. So
Dude,
She still is now.
you know how tragic that entire situation is. That they
What?
both had crushes on each other, but they didn't say that they
Yeah.
They
did.
never said anything to one. You know
At
what's
all.
crazy? My aunt and them went to high school with her.
Oh, cool.
Like she's from Arlington down this way. Like
And-
she grew. Yeah.
And she got German roots
Mm-hmm.
in Nuremberg. So but that's not a reason, but still. So yeah, but long story short,
Give me a reason. Screw that. I'll make it a reason too. Shit.
I have only great memories of Speed.
Your choices, your reasons.
And I believe
Tim wishes she had some more German in her.
No, I'm absolutely with Tim on Sandra Bullock, dude. Like I think secretly of all the females in the 90s for me, low key, she probably ended up being the one that
yeah.
Also,
how hot was she in Demolition Man? You know that uniform.
Oh yeah.
So
movie's on the list.
Yeah, but yeah, Speed for me. I only have fond memories of that movie, and if there's a good steelbook or whatever edition coming out, I'm gonna grab this for sure. Still, hard copies for the win. So, yeah. Speed.
All right.
It's a hard choice, man. That was not easy for me at all.
It wasn't hard, and a valiant effort from Speed, but John Wick takes it forward with 3, 2, 1. And now we reached our conclusion of this final movies for the bracket. It is Mission Impossible, the very first one, versus Mission Impossible Fallout. We'll start with Ralphie.
To me,
I'm gonna put my finger into my eye so I can think.
This is a cross spectrum of the Mission Impossible movie from what it started and where it's at this moment. So yeah.
Spoiler alert! I'm gonna pull a Ralphie on this one.
He's gonna.
Oh,
Tim is about to pull
All right,
out
he's still
his
thinking. Let's go to somebody
this
else
is
real
tough,
quick.
man. This is tough.
I'm just gonna say it. Fallout. I'm gonna go with Fallout because every other Mission Impossible following Mission Impossible 1, the movie, was to me better than the first one. First one was low-key kind of boring for me. I tried to watch it.
Dude, as soon as they amped it up with like fucking Limp Bizkit doing their soundtrack for a while,
that killed it for me. MI2 with the whole Limp Bizkit and with John. I think John Woo directed that piece of shit. With the doves flying.
That was bad. That was bad.
But it had Danny Newton, so
with the hard
Yeah.
Hated that movie. That movie. Anyway, so did we get a vote from Ralphie?
I'm gonna have to go with Fallout. And you know, I had to do like a kind of like a memory. You know,
the only thing I remember was when Emilio Estevez get dusted. That was the only thing I can remember out of that entire.
Because I'm Mission Impossible is such a blur now because it wasn't that great a movie, if I remember correctly, and the others there have been so
John
many
Voight and everything else, like
like the whole so many movies have come after it that it's just been outdone. You know, but Fallout was different because Fallout had a lot of layers to it. You know, with the villain. What were they called? The Apostles, I think it was.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then he teams up. There's a whole team up with the CIA, and the whole thing. Like it had many more layers to it. Like it was more followable. The action was way better. And kind of like Yule said, the first movie just was kind of dull. If I remember correctly, it was kind of dull.
Because it came for speed.
Yeah. It was kind of dull. Like I was waiting for this awesome explosion of, oh my God, but it just never happened. The Ethan Hunt with the I don't know. It was just kind of like a letdown, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna have to go with Fallout on this one.
Okay, so we already got 2 for Fallout. Tim said he's not. He's pulling out.
Well, not really,
So to
pulling
speak.
out, but I'm just saying, like Ralphie, like the Mission Impossible movies to me are dead ass boring.
Okay.
They are just boring, so I can't vote for anything. I love Tom Cruise. I love him in Agent of Tomorrow. His younger things like Top Gun and also Days of Thunder and all that. But these agent movies are just not doing it for me. So you guys got to make it between yourselves. So yeah, just no.
All right, Lowery, you're the last one. Does it matter at this point? Fallout or across the board. All right.
So one of my favorite things about that film is the scene where what is the guy's name? Something Sean Harris, where he plays the villain. They pull him out of prison or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That scene where they tricked Caval into towards the end of the film, where they kind of tricked him into coming out when he didn't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
When Simon Pegg was all done up with the face mask and everything and got him up, like that scene right there, that whole initial scene with all that and the whole gunfight scene and everything, that was cool. That was one of the coolest things of the film. I love Sean Harris as that villain one of the villains of that series. He was fucking wicked. So, but it was pretty cool seeing Caval go into that series with what he did, and plus with the whole thing behind it, where like everybody gave him shit because he did the reshoots for fucking Superman with the mustache and all that. So, but I think all in all, that's actually probably, as the series progressed, it got better, and that's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's Fallout for me for sure. So.
All right, and that is a wrap. I love, just to put out there, I love the first Mission Impossible movie. I mean, yeah, I agree. It was definitely slow, but I wouldn't say it was an action movie per se. I say it was like definitely spy
thriller.
Yeah, thriller type movie than action. Then, afterwards it was action, more action, more action, more action, and then we got to what we today. And I did love, one of my favorite scenes in Fallout is the night halo drop when Caval gets knocked out and Ethan Hunt has to rescue him and fix him up and stuff like that. And then
that bathroom fight scene.
Yeah, the bathroom fight scene was great too. Yeah.
I mean that's what I liked, where Henry Cavill he's really just powering through, like reloading his arm cannons. Like that was amazing shit. That is something that I watch like that on YouTube because I want to watch it. But going through a full movie and then sitting there, okay, agent shit. Oh, okay, Henry Cavill, cool. Okay, more agent shit.
It's a good I'll say,
he said agent, by the way. Agent.
Anyway. It's a good action movie across the board. It checks all the checklists off for action movie. So
we get a thumbs up from Chuck Norris.
There you go. And as with that said, that's what we are done for the night. So just to recap, The Rock is moving on against Eraser. True Lies beat out The Bourne Identity. Heat. I'm sorry. Yep. The Rock beat the Eraser. True Lies beat Bourne Identity. Heat beat out Lethal Weapon. Bad Boys 2 beat up Bad Boys. Dirty Harry, I'll put an asterisk on that because of the net shenanigans, beat out The Fugitive. Fast 5 beat out Fast 6. And John Wick beats Speed. And finally, Mission Impossible Fallout beats Mission Impossible.
All right.
So
cool.
So next week, hopefully we can continue with part 2. We could do another bracket, and I think I see the one I want to do because this is going to be good. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be good. The one I'm looking at. I think it's going to break some people's hearts. Yes. I love Torment. I love it. It's great. So
Have you seen
All right.
Faces of Death?
Well, we're on the 2.5 hour mark.
yeah, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know, with all this hype of the bracket, I guess it's time to wrap up for this week. Good show, gentlemen. Very good. Entertaining and fun. Good material. Real quick before I get into the where you can find us, I just want to make a quick statement. I saw a post on Facebook today where somebody was bashing a certain action figure because of its face mold, and immediately someone answered with another action figure that was twice the price and claimed that it was a better face mold, and the figure that was for $30 could have done much better, so on and so forth. But I just want to make this quick point. Whenever people are like that, and you want to make a point, this was about the Hasbro Cyclonus versus the I believe it was the Magic Square Cyclonus versus Quietus, and I just want to say, when you're pulling out an $85 figure to try to shit on a $30 figure, which one is the better figure? If you can mention the $30 figure in the $85 figure bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. When you want to shit on somebody because they have a certain figure, and you want to shit on the face molds, and you want to shade on this, and you're in the engineering and this and that. If you're bringing up a $30 figure in a conversation about an $85 figure, which one is the shittier figure? Think about it. And with that being
person,
and I don't want to get too much into it because it's a subject for a show that we've been mulling about between ourselves that kind of involves this.
It's coming. It's coming.
But anyway, that being said, the nerds have spoken. Pay attention to our Instagram page. Pay attention to our social media. Our 100th episode is coming up, and there's going to be some interesting things going on. Keep an eye out for that. But real quick, the Hidden, where can they find you?
They can find me at Cocoasmooth on the IGs and Cocoasmooth619 at the YouTubes, and I believe just regular Cocoasmooth over at Twitter too. So yeah, and
Mr.
You'll find me here hanging out with the rest of y'all when
with
the rest of them.
Man, he got Ralphie on his toes.
Yeah, you do.
So,
that was an awkward time to say.
But other than that, yeah, that's
it. Mr. Substance, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me everywhere. You can find me on YouTube at Tim K's Nerd Crate, and if you only want Transformers content, at the Nerd Crate 2. Currently not really a website address because I'm lacking 3 subscribers. So if you want to help, go over there and help. Just had a little shout out to half the battle toys. I had Mike Sifford on tonight, so that was a good time. On Instagram, you can find me at _nerd_crate. Facebook also at Tim K's Nerd Crate. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm a little bit active there now, at Crate Nerd. And otherwise, every week, as far as possible, with these fine gentlemen.
Awesome sauce. The ever handsome, cool nerd Daz, Commander H. Where can they find you?
They can always find me, of course, with the Nerds Have Spoken podcast and on Instagram and Facebook, looking there. But if you really want to exclusively find me, you go to Facebook, you go in the search bar, and you type Russ, RUSS, the Muss. On Facebook. That's Russell Paul Novelli, for other words, but just search Russ the Muss and hashtag moist. You'll find me on there. Send all your hate and anger mail and any issues you have against me personally, and all issues to Hasbro.
Jesus Christ.
My personal Facebook account, Russ the Muss. Just look it up. I'm right there. be the handsome, dirty fellow with this lovely lady. That's me. Because right now I'm looking darker. Because I'm looking darker right now. But in the picture, I'm normally lighter during the day. So that's me.
Jesus Christ.
Give me up right there. So guys, have a great week.
All right. Well, that leaves me. You can find me at Ralph the Vendetta.
You just walked right over me.
Bruh, you're last. We always leave the best for last.
Something like that.
Yeah, Vanessa
All
Williams.
right, you know what?
the
Since you're
best for
so,
last.
since you do it, you go ahead, Mr. Lowery. Where can they find you?
Damn, I fucked this up. Anyway, see, we went ahead and did it anyway. We are saving the best for last. Mr. John Wick is hot. So you can find me in the Facebook groups as Jason Lowery. You can find me at Xbox, typically playing Call of Duty and stuff like that, under the Clutch 2345. You can find me here with You Fine Gentlemen every Sunday, Thursday, whatever. Whenever we put up content. Shout out to the Nerdvana Network and our friends over there. MPSP. I'm gonna get some of the names messed up. All queued up. I'm gonna do it this week.
All Things Wrestling.
All Things Wrestling. Yeah, all those guys over there. Tim and the guys over there. Sentinel Bay and all that. Shout out to all those guys. Collectors Bay and all that. And then you will find me. Hopefully not in a hospital next Saturday because UNC is playing Duke in the Final Four and fucking WrestleMania is going at the same time. So it's going to be stressful next weekend. But it looks like we're going to put out a couple promos this week, but it looks like we're going to be going live this coming Friday. We'll know by tomorrow. We'll let you guys know. Because actually, they won't know until then. But anyway, so it looks like we're going to be doing next Friday, hopefully, our 100th episode. Be sure to check that out live. We're going to be doing some giveaways, and we have a special surprise for a T-shirt design that we have coming up. And it's going to be a good one. It's definitely interesting. I honestly didn't think we were going to last 100 episodes, but it seems like we're coming up on 100 and going strong. So,
yep.
It's crazy, all this stuff we've been through and all this, dude. I'm speechless, and I'm excited for this coming week. So,
true.
But outside of that, that is it for me. And what about you, John?
You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I wanted to save the best for last. But you get me instead.
Hey, you are the best, baby.
You get to see this face last. For everyone that is watching and listening, yes, you can find me here with these fine gentlemen every week on this show. The aforementioned TNHS podcast. You can find me at Ralph the Vendetta Rodriguez on Instagram. You can find me at V's_Toybox. Also on Instagram, I show off some of my toys very soon. I'm going to be selling some of the crap I have hanging around here in tubs. So you're going to be seeing some figures for sale.
And a special custom, don't forget it.
If my son hasn't destroyed that yet, yes, there will be a custom Skywarp on there.
See?
It kind of looks like the Joker's face, but anyway, moving forward, you can find me at Ralph the Vendetta Rodriguez on Facebook. You can find me on the TNHS podcast Instagram. You can find me on the TNN network Instagram. I post on both. You will find me in the chats on Monday evenings on Enter the Realm with my Realm of Collector brethren. You will find me on the chats in MPSP Theater on Saturday nights at 9. Your occasional hangouts here and there that we host or are a part of, and anything that is nerd. I will have an opinion to give or something like that, or 2 cents here and there. So, on behalf of my brethren here and the nerds have spoken, have a very good night and be good to each other. Peace.
Catch you guys next week.
I don't really